Good morning, everybody. What's going on the what do we got? Thursday morning? Thursday morning at 8 o'clock. What'd you think about that intro? I just had to because Dave forgot to play it last night on his show. So Spooky was kind of sad. For those of you that don't know, Spooky is he's a regular in the SOR chat room. He's now a wrench in the chat room. And at the end of Dave's show, he plays at the end of Dave's show on Spaced Out Radio. Sorry, I'm not really not really with it yet, but on Dave's show at the end, he plays that little thing that you just watched, and Spooky in the chat always types a bunch of trumpets like he's playing it. Well, last night, Dave was like, "Hey guys, that's it. That's the end of the show. Hopefully you guys catch us next time right here on Spaced Out Radio. Have a good night. Peace." And he just left. Didn't play Spooky's outro song. So I had to hit him up. I hit him up on Messenger right after and was like, "Hey Dave, you forgot something, bud." And he already knew it. He said he was devastated. But he didn't know I was going to play his outro as my intro, so that should be a fun one. If you're wondering, I'm not just by myself today. I've got a couple cool guests coming on. Got my co-host, Sonny. He will be on. He's, I think he's terminating his nephew or his grandson or somebody. He's going to kill me for saying grandson, but he's terminating somebody's internet connection right now because he, coffee up, man, DJ. I got here and I realized I don't have any more coffee left. So you know what we're drinking this morning? We're drinking some gingerbread stout from Big Lake Brewing Company right here in Holland, Michigan. Go to biglakebrewing.com and check out their awesome selection of brewskis. Cheers, guys. I worked all night, so I can drink a little bit of alcohol. Cheers. Ooh. Sonny, what's up, dude?
Is it working now?
Yep, you're coming in loud and clear. You got good video.
When you go in at 4 something in the morning and start yelling at people to disconnect from your fucking internet before you really get mad.
Did you?
Your speed starts to go up real quick. Yeah. Oh, I tell them, motherfucker, you don't use the internet on these days. They know they better not be using it or I'm gonna
You better wake up.
He's they have a computer in there that's a gaming computer.
Yeah.
And dude, I didn't know you can just suck all the internet out of a router and not share it with nobody, but you can if you're using it.
I don't know how that works as far as like prioritization. Like
me either, but I just went from 4 megabytes per second to 20.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's a big difference when they're not using it.
Yep. Just for shits and giggles here, I'm gonna see what my speed is.
I'll double check mine.
I think the only one here with us is DJ anyway. He's just hanging out. Oh my God, Sonny.
Mine's not that great, dude. I'm only at like 10 megabytes per second.
I'll show you what I'm at here.
I'm crawling up to 13. I'm at 14 megabytes per second. That's not bad.
Do you see that?
Holy shit. Yeah, I can't get DSL. I live in the country.
This is cable. Like, look at that.
Yeah, that's what's up right there.
That's podcasting internet speed right there.
Yep.
115.
Yeah, for me to get that, I think for me to get like, I want to say 100 megabytes per second is $300 a month.
Holy what?
Yeah. Yeah,
Why?
To get 16 is 150. I get 20 for 45 from Frontier.
Oh man, dude.
Actually, I get 10 for 45, but I get 20. Yeah.
I think Starlink is $100 a month.
I'll have to check that out.
Starlink prices.
I don't think that's out yet, is it?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Starlink is?
Yep. It's $500 for your starter kit. And then it's $100 a month. Starlink speeds.
Yeah, I was gonna say, check them speeds.
All right. According to the data, the average speed of Starlink service in the United States is 114 megabytes per second, which is slower than average. Average is 161 in Europe, I guess.
Son of a bitch.
That's right, folks. America. Yeah, it says America, the birthplace of Starlink, has the slowest Starlink speeds on Earth, but still 114 megs per second out of a satellite dish is pretty good.
So you thought the advertisement was okay? I typed up.
Yeah. Hey, I was going to ask you about that. Did you and Brigid must have talked after I went to bed?
Yeah.
Because that doesn't seem like something that you typed up just without asking her.
You trying to say I don't know what I'm doing?
No, that's not what I'm saying. No. I'm just saying it sounded like it was worded like it came from her.
Kinda.
I mean, just the one part where it said what she was going to be doing.
Yeah. Yeah. I asked her. She told me about the blood moon.
That's cool. That's tomorrow, right? Full moon. And it's the first one in 100 years. Or something. It's like something to do with where the planets line up, and it hasn't happened in 100 years. Or something.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll figure it out tomorrow when she's on the show.
Yeah, we will. She's going to drop knowledge on us.
Yeah. Did she tell you kind of a little bit about what's going on? Like the significance of it?
No. I think she's saving that for tomorrow.
Yeah, she gave me a little bit, but not really the whole deal.
Yeah, me too. And then I talked to Liv, and she says that it's called the where she went to was it's a museum, but it's also like a mansion, a hotel. No, a mansion. Sorry, not a house or a hotel. What was that called again? I'm drawing a blank. Zach Baggins Museum. It's supposed to be one of the most haunted places in the United States. That's where she went. She said that after dark, they lock you in there for like an hour and a half, and all you get's a flashlight and a spirit box. She's got, I know she did that, and she did a photo shoot in one of the places that's around there too. That was like, man, how do I not remember the names of these places? It was some like mental institution. A bunch of people were murdered there.
Oh, okay.
And then they built that institution, one of the sites, on a grave, on the graves from the people that died in the institution. They would bury them out there. They didn't move the graves. They just built a building on top of it. It's like some poltergeist stuff.
So they're just asking for trouble.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you guys get any bad juju at your house, that's the reason why. You can't be burying people and then building places over top of them.
So yeah, she told me about those two things. Liv did. She's going to talk about that. Hey, Bobby.
I don't remember seeing your message, Bobby. Do you need the link? Let's see. Yeah, I don't see one. Unless you sent it to an email address, which I haven't checked in a minute.
She's going to get a link from some stranger right now.
Oh, wait, I did right here.
Oh
boy, I'm totally covered. Huh.
Well,
she shared it. Sorry,
she shared. Well,
no, she said that
Teasing.
She's too busy this morning, apparently.
Oh.
The man who is filming these is in Sandy Springs outside of Atlanta, and my sister who lives there as well as her neighbor. All right, let's see if I can bring this link up. It's a YouTube video. Oh, it's UFOs. That's cool. They're the same kind of orbs that Chris is seeing.
Oh, man. I fell asleep listening to that regression last night.
Mm-hmm.
That was rough. I woke up and my body was vibrating.
Like, really?
Yeah. It was rough.
That regression's crazy. Absolutely.
I had to turn it off halfway through because yeah. I don't know what I was hearing in there while I was sleeping, but I was hearing something.
Oh.
Like whatever they were talking about, I was still getting it when I was asleep, I guess.
Oh, was it coming into your dreams?
Yep, I think that's what was happening.
There's sound effects that tell you. I just listened to it last night as well. Oh, did you really? Yeah. Dude, that'll change like your outlook on reality. It'll change the way you look at things. It's like, man, if it's true, which I pretty much believe anything the Bledsoes say.
Yeah.
Then it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
we need
dude.
to make some changes.
It doesn't sound like, well, I'm pretty sure he was hypnotized for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was put in a trance for that.
And I've seen someone hypnotized before. Like, I didn't used to believe in being hypnotized. Like, I didn't think that was real.
Yeah.
Until I've seen somebody I know that I know 100% for sure would not do the things he did. When he was hypnotized, he did it. And yeah, that's how I knew that was real. I've actually seen that. I've seen somebody get hypnotized and big old trucker guy dance like Tina Turner in front of
no way.
Thousands of people. Yeah, dude, he had a wig on and everything. Like, and all the dude did was lean over, like he's behind him right here. Yeah. And he leans over and he whispers something in his ear, and my buddy just fell out.
Wow.
He didn't touch him, he didn't do anything. My friend just fell out as soon as he whispered in his ear, dude. And I was like, he's faking that. I can't believe he's like, yeah, but
he whispered in his ear, I'll give you $100 bill if when I tell you so, put your head down.
He would have had to have whispered in my ear, I'll give you 50 G's to dress up like Tina Turner in front of all these people and sing Big Wheel Keep On Rolling. You know, Big Wheels Keep On Rolling. Dude, he had a sequence like skirt on with little fringe on it, and he was shaking that shit, and his hair was going back and forth. And he
yeah, that pretty much proves it right there, huh?
Yeah. And he was dancing like Tina Turner, and he's like a 300-pound, 6-foot truck driver, and he's up there singing Big Wheels Keep On Turning. Oh my gosh, dude. It was so funny. He really thought he was Tina Turner. He thought he was Tina Turner.
That is awesome.
Yeah. It was very funny, dude. I've seen hypnotist guys turn people into chickens and dogs. You know, you see it on the cartoons when we're kids, but to see it in real life, my buddy really believed he was Tina Turner putting on a concert for all those people.
Man. That's something else, man.
It was good. It was funny. And then there's like him and 15 more people up there. And yeah, everybody that was on that stage, that guy had them believing they were either something else, somewhere else, or someone else just by whispering in their ear.
Wow. Well, that pretty much proves it.
Yeah.
Probably
the
made
hypnotist part's real. So if he was hypnotized and that's what he's saying he's seeing, that's what happened to that man. That's what happened to him. He's remembering it.
Huh. Yeah. Well, when he was laying on the couch, there's a video of the first regression.
Yeah.
And he's laying on the couch, and you can tell he's not faking that. Like his whole body is trembling, like shaking, and
yeah,
he's sobbing his eyes out.
Yeah, and us guys don't want to get on the camera, dude, and let everyone in the world see us crying. He's not doing that to make you think he's cool. You know, he's He's doing that for everyone to know what the hell's going on. That's why when some people discredit him, it kind of makes me mad.
Yeah. Hey, Bobby, tomorrow we're going to have Brigitte on the show. She's been on before. She's a medium. Actually, we should probably start calling her astrologist. Is that what she is?
I don't know. I don't want to call him a medium astrologist.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call her. We're going to have to ask her now.
DJ, there's what's that documentary called? UFOs over Earth, I think it's called. UFOs over Earth. All right, yeah, it's this right here. Okay, so you're seeing what I'm seeing. It's episode 1, I believe. Josh is probably yelling at me through if he's watching right now. I think it's this one right. Episode 1, season 1. Is it episode 11? I want to say it's 11. Josh isn't. Josh, if you can hear me, can you type that in the chat, man? I think it's episode 11, right?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
not the first one.
Hey, that's him right there. Oh, it's episode 1. You got to buy it on Amazon Prime, but it's free on something. I can't remember. But anyway, UFOs over Earth, season 1, episode 1. It's all about Chris Bledsoe's story. But I will warn you, they kind of made fun of it in that documentary. So
did they?
Yeah, I mean, most of them are like all the facts are factual, like real facts. So they don't really lie about anything. But like that regression was like an hour long, and they probably show like 5 minutes of it maybe in that documentary. So they're only giving you part of the story. I think MUFON put on that interview or put on whatever he had at his house over there, that documentary, or maybe they just put on the interviews or something. But I heard Ryan Bledsoe talking about it on the podcast, how they kind of cheated him out on that one. Made him look like he was kind of I don't know.
Yeah, that's.
I guess
cool,
it was
man.
Made it
Don't
look like it was
somebody.
Yeah, it was easier for the skeptics to discredit him, I guess, the way that they put it together.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yep. Those little
guys like me, if I see them discrediting anybody, not just him, they'll lose a viewer. I'll turn that shit off. I don't want to hear that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's actually, I mean, Ryan will say that it's like the best, it's the best footage or the best documentary that covers his story. But they still kind of edit it to make it look like he's kind of full of it.
Yeah, that's not cool, man.
So if you already know he's not full of it and you watch it, it's like you can take a lot out of it. But if you're skeptical and you watch it, it might push you over the edge to think that he might not really.
I've seen too many videos of Chris Bledsoe recently with the stuff that he says he sees.
Yeah.
And he ain't faking that video. He's not. He doesn't have that kind of technology or knowledge to do that, to fake something like that. And I've seen the videos literally hours after they were shot. So they didn't have time to go screwing with them either.
Yeah, and it's like we're getting them from the mouth. We're getting them from the source pretty much.
Yeah, so it's easier for us to believe him because we're in some form of contact with him, even though we're not talking to him directly.
Yeah.
It's easier for us to believe him because we're actually seeing it firsthand.
Yep.
And the Bledsoe family are telling the truth, guys. We've seen it. Me and Chad have seen this stuff.
Absolutely.
Very true.
I mean, I've pretty much been invited to go hang out over there.
Mm-hmm.
And when they just flat out say, if you don't believe it, or if you're a little skeptical, or if you just want to hang out, come on down. And I mean, it's pretty much an open invitation if you're skeptical.
Yeah, you already know if I wasn't so far away, I would be there already. I would have already been.
Right. Well, me and someone are already kind of in the plans and talking about, oh, look who we have here. What's going on, Bobby?
Good morning, gentlemen.
How are you?
Good. I'm taking a break. I just got through taping off a kitchen.
Cool. You said you were doing tile, right, the other day?
You're painting right now? Oh no.
Yeah, that's another room. I kind of got object or project ADD, so I always have a couple things going on at once.
Oh yeah.
When I moved in here, they didn't paint this house. Like the only thing that's painted, it has a thin gloss coat in the kitchen, and they didn't paint none of the rest of the walls, so they're all flat white.
Oh, that's how this
it's
apartment
painted.
is.
It's like primered. It's not a real paint. Yeah, and the landlord told me, "Oh no, it's so you guys can paint it whatever color you want." I told him, dude, I'm not painting your house, man.
Right.
Yeah.
You better paint these walls if you want to protect it, because I'm not painting your house. They built brand new houses, and when they build them, they just do them real cheap now. So it's just
primer.
If you rub on the walls, you'll rub the paint right off. You can't.
Really?
Yeah, they're not very bright.
Well, they use the spray guns, and it's such a light coat.
It is. It really is. Yeah, he thought I was going to paint his house. No.
Nope, that's not how it works. So what's up, Bobby?
Well, I was just I saw you saw that link.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited because next time I go down to Atlanta, I'll get to meet him.
Yeah, I was kind of checking his channel out here, and he's only got like 150 views on that and 200 subscribers. So I didn't know if I should play this on my channel or not. But I mean, I could obviously give him credit, but I don't know how that works. I guess I could play it and see if I get a copyright strike from him.
I kind of doubt it.
I'm gonna message Little Dre right now and take care of that one you got for Diggs.
Oh. I'd appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah. I played a Jay Diggs video in like a rap song, and immediately after I uploaded it, I was copyright striked. But Sonny's good friends with the guy that sang and produced it and directed it and everything. So it's just the copyright company that's doing their job and blocking it on YouTube. But
okay.
We've got permission to use it, so we're gonna see if we can get that taken off there. But here, I'll play.
I thought I'd fix this.
Oh, what's going on?
Oh, I'm getting like layering of you guys talking. There's like a really bizarre. So I got on my laptop. I downloaded Chrome.
Mm-hmm. Is there a delay? Seems like there's a delay.
I'm not delayed, am I?
No.
Well, no, you guys are meshing over each other.
Huh. Oh, do you have a YouTube video open? Were you watching us before you clicked on the StreamYard link?
Yeah, I had you on my phone, and then I went, well, let's go get it on the laptop so I could do this.
That's the only thing I was wondering is maybe you had a YouTube video open on your laptop and the StreamYard link.
There's an incredible delay.
I'm going to mute myself.
I'm going to kick her out. I'm going to kick her out and see if she can click back in.
All right.
Not permanently. Please
Story
come back.
Of my life.
Please come back, Bobby.
Yeah, she might just need to refresh like I did earlier.
Yeah. I'm going to... Oh, yeah. Maybe you could just do that. Hit the refresh button on the top left of your screen.
It'll kick you out, and he's going to bring you back in. I'm going to mute and do this text to Dre real quick.
All right, man. We're having some technical.
Your channel was
here.
called, what it got flagged under was Chad Smith Podcast.
That's insane.
Okay.
Yep.
Be right back.
All right, Bobby, I'm gonna kick you out right here. Bobby, come back. You can click the link again. Let's see if she comes back. Anyway, guys, this is the Chad Smith podcast here. We're just having some technical difficulties.
Okay, I'm done.
All right, Bobby's back. Let's see if... Hey, Bobby, how's it going? Too much of a delay?
Yep.
Man, I don't have any answers for that. I'm not really sure.
I thought this would solve it, but apparently...
That is strange.
Yeah, because literally everyone is... They never have too many troubles with StreamYard.
It's my damn energy.
I wish I could... Yeah, it really could be. So it's on Wi-Fi, right? You're not using cell signal. You're on Chrome.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of what else it could be. Big Willie in the chat. You guys got any other ideas? He says we're always kicking Bobby out. We don't mean to. Just her energy is screwing up the Wi-Fi signal or something.
It's got to be. Well, I really...
Go ahead.
I'm so sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm not talking.
I was going to tell you. I just wanted to make sure you got that link and how excited I am to go see that guy. And maybe I could get him to talk to us.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, I'm going to watch this video. I'm just going to pull it up and see. We'll just see what happens. I'll give him all the credit for this. So this is on the John Martin UFO and ET Intelligence's YouTube channel. Please go over there and subscribe to his channel and like this video. Here, I'll subscribe too. Might as well, huh? Hit the bell, hit the like button, and then we're just going to see what he's got.
Oh my gosh.
All right, man. I hit Dre up. He's probably at work right now.
Oh, okay.
Well,
that'll be cool, at least to get something back from him.
Yeah, he'll get a hold of the producers and tell them, hey, these white boys are going to be playing them videos. Don't be flagging them. Yep. Tell them, Dre. Get them for me, little Dre.
Man, thank God for that mic button. I've been burping like crazy.
It's your ginger beer you're drinking.
Yeah. Ginger ale or gingerbread stout. Man, that looks like a satellite, but it's moving real fast if that's real time. Sure does look like real time.
Let's see. Show me again.
See.
No,
Man,
that's satellite. That's not satellite.
No, that's way too fast.
And the space station flies directly over my house. Dude, it's so slow. That thing moves like this. You've seen me videotape that and send it to you guys or show it to you. It moves pretty slow. It does not move that fast. Not over my house anyway.
Hey, Purpose and Grace, good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
It actually, the quickest it moves out of my sight around here is like 3 minutes. It's in view for that long. I think 5 is the longest.
The space station?
Yep. So that thing's moving. Whatever that was, it was cooking. I don't know about satellites.
Bobby, I'm so sorry. You look like you're going through hell over there.
It's just crazy. You guys are just... It's crazy. But I got to go anyway. I'm in the middle of stuff.
Hey, we'll do this when we're not on the air and figure out your technical issue. So just let me know. When we're off the air, just let me know when you have time.
I wonder if you can send her that link to check her speed. It might be her internet speed.
Okay, that sounds good, Chad.
Let me see here. Hey, if you just type in Google speed test, and then a thing will pop, a blue button will pop up that just says test your internet speed.
Okay.
And just see what that is.
Dude, wow, that's 2 of them. Oh, Chad, look, you see how it's 2
moving?
You remember how I told you that thing was flying over my house and it was 2 and it looked like it was pulling something with a rope? Like I told you, it looked like an anchor and a boat
Okay.
pulling into the water. That's what that looked like. And then they stopped and the bottom one lit up real bright and just shut off and it was gone.
Wow.
That's crazy that dude take that.
Bobby, if you have time, if you want to go back on your phone, that was better than the computer.
I know. I can't believe it's even worse. So I got to get back to the painting. I just want to make sure you got that.
Okay. Yeah, we'll check it out.
That's pretty awesome.
Thanks for hanging out for a minute, and thanks for sending me that.
And I'll try to get on. You said the reader's going to be on Friday?
Yeah. Yep. Friday, 9 o'clock.
Tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Well, we'll see you. We'll talk to you later then. Let me know when you have time. We'll figure out this technical issue.
Okay, cool. Excellent.
All right. Sounds good. We'll see you.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
Yep. You too.
That's that was kind of nuts. Yeah, because she was perfect on our end, but she said we were overlapping on hers.
Yeah, she kept covering. How come that tree's pink? Is that something to do with the camera, infrared camera? Oh, yeah. Look at that. There's 2 of them.
Yeah. Remember I told you in the one I seen, it looked like something was trailing it, like it was pulling it with a rope. They stayed in perfect time like that, one in front of the other. Wow. One was really bright, though.
Wow.
One was smaller. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Except,
okay. Dude, his camera was stationary. Look how fast that thing's moving when the camera's not moving.
Yeah, because you see the other stars in the back. You're right. They're not moving.
That thing is moving. And there's 2 of them.
Yep. That's what I was trying to explain to the boys that I seen over the house a few months ago right here. That's what I was trying to explain. And that came to a complete stop. It was going like that, coming towards me, and it just slowed down, came to a complete stop over the house. And the bottom one got real bright and then shut off and disappeared. And I lost the top one. I couldn't see if the top one was still moving or where it went or what happened.
Wow.
So whatever that is, it comes to a complete stop sometimes.
That's crazy. That's the only other explanation is it's like 2 jets flying together, but you'd hear that.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. You wouldn't if you can see it, you'd most likely hear it from a jet, I would think.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just when you go to an air show, you can barely see, like, what is it, F-35? Is that I can't think of anything right now. The newest one. I can't remember the name of it, but the newest jet, we saw it at the air show, and when you look up, it's like it was up there waiting for its turn, and it was doing circles, and you could barely see him up there, and you could definitely hear him.
Yeah.
So
even when passenger planes go over my house and they're really, really high up there, I hear it. I mean, you can hear the rumble, and you can barely see that little thing. I mean, it's not little; it's probably a 747, but it's still rumbling.
Hey, you're not the only one, Purpose and Grace. I do that all the time. Sometimes I pull over in this park on the way home from work, and I'll just park and sit on my tailgate, and I always look up at... I'm always drawn to Orion for some reason. But I always look up and talk to Orion. I'm like, hey, is this going to be the day? You guys want to show anything? You want to show yourself? You want to hang out? What do you want to do? And I never see anything. I did see a flash. I'm like, oh, I'm actually seeing something that like flashed out. And I kept watching it. And then it flashed again, flashed out. And it was just a plane going behind a cloud. I'm like, damn. Thought that was my time. I bet if I went down to Chris's, though, I mean, probably game over. Probably definitely.
Now, see, that's not the kind of stuff Chris is seeing. I mean, he might see that stuff too, but the orbs blow me away. See, if actually that could be a satellite. Maybe they go fast.
I wish this guy had a laser, because I've seen stuff like that before where it's moving like that, and they point a laser at it and it stops. Mm-hmm.
Gotta have a laser. I got one right here by my knee down there.
Yeah, we gotta get him one of those Grandmaster UV lasers.
Yeah, so that's different, man.
Yeah, he's seeing
that
bones.
right there.
Right.
The two going across. That's what freaks me out. Is damn sure ain't two satellites pacing each other, one underneath each other like that.
Right. Yep. Yeah, he's definitely getting something going on here. Because these are different videos. They're all just linked together. I'm not seeing that one. What do we got here? Oh, no way. I can put it in 1080. It's like he's trying to find one.
He might have seen it and he's trying to find it. It's hard to find stuff sometimes when you go back and forth from your whatever you're using, like my infrared.
Yeah.
Oh, that's different.
That looked like it was almost stopped. Was it stopped before he got to it?
I don't know. No.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, man, that don't look like a satellite at all. That don't look anything like the first one that was going over.
No. The only thing I'm thinking is different. I mean, satellites do have different speeds because they're at different. What was that? Did you see that?
I've seen that too, man. It went right towards it, didn't it? We both seen it. I seen exactly what you seen, dude.
That was like that ghost apparition looking thing that flew in front of Chris's. Yeah, right there.
Oh man.
Right there.
I wonder if everyone else is seeing that like we are. Or are we just trained to see that stuff now from watching Chris's videos?
I think I have that video here. Let me see if I can pull that one up.
It was something that definitely just shot straight up and underneath that thing that was coming down that he was filming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Is this it? No. No, that's the really cool video though. Man, I like that one. We'll save that one for later. For people that didn't see it. Downloads. It's one of these videos. Oh, is it this one? Yeah. Right there. It's like the identical video.
Zooming through the sky. That was weird. I saw it swimming.
Mm-hmm.
That was incredible. Whatever it was, changed direction.
Yep. Same thing. Right there.
Yep. Ooh. Yeah. That was almost like what we just seen on that other video.
Yeah.
It was like they were taping the same damn thing at the same time almost.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to go back.
Oh.
Wow.
Hold on.
There it is.
Okay, play it again. I thought I seen something down here at the bottom. I'm going to watch the bottom.
There's one.
No, I just keep seeing that one underneath it.
Yep.
Oh, no, there was something down there.
I thought I saw that too, down at the bottom.
Did you see that time? There is. There it is right there, and it stops. It comes to a complete stop.
There's a
down here in the bottom right. Yeah, we're watching that, and something moved down here at the bottom and came to a complete stop.
I just saw one, and then I think it happens again.
What a trip, man. I didn't even see that the first time.
Yeah,
I bet he didn't notice it either.
Probably not, because
wow.
A lot of this, because a lot of this is through a infrared camera, so I'm sure some of this you can't even see with his naked eyes.
Yeah, because when I get out my infrared, mine's a green infrared, though, not color.
Mm-hmm.
I can see a whole lot more stuff.
Huh. I need to get one of those.
But it's green. It's not color.
There's Bobby. So that's pretty cool. Incredible show of skill and projected love for all humanity. What else does John have on here? Oh, he's got a bunch of them.
Oh, no.
This one's called The Two. That just changed directions. Pretty sure it was going down.
It changed again. Oh, no, it's going down. I thought it went back to the left.
Huh. For anybody that's just listening, well, nobody is just listening because we don't upload to any podcasting service.
No, look, them two are moving.
Yeah. Whoa.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I seen two moving like that, and it looked like one was pulling the other one with a rope through space because they kept perfect time. It's so freaky to me.
Okay, did you only see two of them?
Ben needs to see that. Yeah, I only seen those two that move like that.
Because here's the problem. Here's the thing, though. Because let me show you. Starlink in a row. I have actually seen this. I was out watching the space station because I have an app on my phone that tells you when it's going to fly over.
Uh-huh.
I'm out watching the space station and I see this. It's exactly what I saw.
I don't know, man. That's pretty cool.
And it went on and on and on. Huh?
That looks like a UFO convoy to me.
That's what I thought too. It looked when you look up at it, it looks just like stars moving.
Yeah, why? I've never seen that, dude, at all.
I'm getting.
But if you took two of them though, and one's lower than the other, that's what it looked like. What I seen. But yeah, much lower.
Everybody go over to Viral Video Lab and subscribe. And I'm getting taken off YouTube for using people's videos. But I'm telling you, that's exactly what I saw. Because when they launched, they let them all go. And then they have to separate. And then once they all get separated, then they kind of just move into the position that they're supposed to be in. And that's where they stay. But that's what they look. That's what they look like when they first launch them.
That's pretty awesome. They
launch them in a cluster, and then they all break apart and get into a line. And then once they get to where they need to be in the sky, they stop, and then that's where they chill out. So I don't know. Maybe that's what he's seeing, but there's a couple of those that were moving really fast, and that's not what those were. And they move in a line. They don't move together.
I did see the Starlink launch thing where all those things shot across the sky here. I seen that. They actually shot across the sky going this way. The two I seen actually going the opposite way. They were going south. Okay. So maybe, but you said they come to a complete stop. So maybe they started going the other way. I don't know what I seen, man. But what I seen did come to a complete stop. And the bottom one got bright and then shut off.
Oh.
I don't know if it shut off or disappeared or whatever.
That doesn't sound like
shut off. It was gone. The light was gone.
Yep.
But I did watch it come to a stop first. It did come to a complete stop. So maybe that's what it is.
You wouldn't see it come to a complete stop. It would. It would do it very slowly, like over a day, I think. Like you wouldn't just be watching it and then it would just stop. It wouldn't do that.
No, this stopped.
Huh.
For sure. Came to a complete stop, got bright, and disappeared.
I think you saw a UFO, man.
I'm thinking I have before too. Especially after asking Jim.
Yeah. About that.
Yeah, and then him telling me, no, you didn't see what he said, he didn't say I seen a UFO. He said I didn't see a B-52 bomber. That's not what that was. They can't go that slow, and they don't. You would definitely hear it. He said they're very loud, especially being that low.
Yeah, B-52.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've flown those out at the air show too over here, and yeah, they're very loud. They've got smoke coming out of the engines because they're burning so much fuel when they take off, and
yeah, this had no exhaust, but it was barely moving though.
There's my dude right here. Please welcome Josh Casey.
What's going on, guys?
What's up, dude? Josh?
Sorry I was late. I got caught up in some stuff last night, and honestly forgot to throw my clothes in the drawer. Not gonna lie. How y'all doing?
That's weird. We're on the same wavelength. I got home from work and I was like, oh, there's clothes in the washer still downstairs. I had to run down there before I did this real quick.
Man, I normally don't tell personal crap like this, but I think it's pretty funny. And honestly, I was laughing my ass off last night. You remember whenever me and you had that first private chat, Chad, and I had neighbors bitching at each other?
Yeah.
Same thing last night, man.
Really?
Dude, like, I mean, for like over an hour, I had to go down there and tell them to shut the hell up. I'm normally not that kind of guy, man, but dude, I mean, everybody could hear it, man.
Yeah.
Somebody else ended up calling the cops, but I mean, I don't even know what they're arguing about, man. I think they're just them two neighbors that they're kind of like brothers that have a love-hate relationship, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, you definitely got some Jerry Springer stuff going on over there.
No, it's normally not like that at all. It's just these I think they are related, to be honest. They're probably cousins like Sonny and Willie. Sonny, you and Big Willie got a love-hate relationship, man.
Me and Big Willie would go fucking knock down drag out fights when we were younger. I mean, Papa Willie.
yeah, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, Papa Willie, yeah. I figured so, man. I don't have any brothers, but my best friend I was in the car accident with, he's pretty much like my brother, man. And me and him, I mean, I love him just like a brother, but you know, we're kind of different in our own ways, and sometimes we don't see eye to eye. We don't ever like go hit each other. Like, hasn't came to that quite yet, but we've gotten close to it before. I don't want to jinx it or anything.
The last,
the
last fight me and Papa Willie got into, he outgrew me by like a foot in a year. That motherfucker pinned me down, and I told him, okay, that's it. Let me go, or I'm gonna hit you and hurt you. But really, he had me pinned down. I don't think I could have moved. He let me go.
That's so funny, man. Actually, I didn't get to listen to the whole chat y'all had with God, her name just slipped my mind.
Bobby?
Yeah, Bobby. God, sorry.
She's having she's having some bad technical issues.
Oh, okay. I heard you say something about the growth spurt or whatever with you and Papa Willie, Sonny. That's funny. Me and the same friend I was just talking about growing up, I was always shorter than him. And then when I got to about 8th or 9th grade, I hit such a growth spurt. I had major growing pains in my back. I mean, I was walking around like an old man. But by the time I was in high school, you know, I think I got like 5 inches on him now. And I think that's why he holds a grudge against me a little bit. I'm 6'2", man. I'm pretty tall.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I'm 5'7". Billy's 6'3", I think. 6 or something like that.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
I'm 5'8", so you tower over both of us.
I had a feeling that Pop Willie was tall. I could look at him and tell he looks pretty tall. Big Willie looks like he's a tall motherfucker, to be honest. He looks like he's 6'7".
He is too.
Yep. He says he's only 6 foot or 6'2" or something. What's he say he is?
He says, I think he's 6'2", and he tells everyone he's 6 foot.
Yeah, he's like, I'm only 6 foot.
Yeah, so he's my height. Sorry, real quick, I forgot one thing.
No, you're good. This is the casual side of this is the casual podcast over here. We're just waking people up and
trying to wake up myself.
Drinking beer and coffee and everything else.
When the alarm went off, it seemed like I just got out of Dave's show. I think I just got off. I just stopped watching SOR. It seemed like.
Yeah, I was feeling bad for you. I'm like, man, these guys are all still up, and Sonny's gonna get up with me.
I know. Speaking of that, I don't see you nowhere, Spooky. Where you at, Spooky?
Where is Spooky?
I played. That's where Spooky is. We're in the same time zone, me and Spooky.
Maybe I gotta play his song again to wake him up, but that's a long song. Josh, you gotta go back and watch the beginning of this. I opened it up with. I don't know if you were in there last night in SOR, but he forgot to play the outro music.
Oh, is that Boba Fett today was playing?
No, this one. Hold on one sec. This one. You forgot to play that at the end of the show.
Oh, okay. What's the name of SOR's their official band? I can't remember.
Oh, Bumblefoot.
Yeah, Bumblefoot. I don't know why I said Boba Fett thing about Star Wars.
Boba Fett.
Oh, yeah.
It's Boba. Did you say you called him Boba Fett?
I just seen that trailer for the Book of Boba Fett that's about to come out, man. That's why I had that on my mind. Yeah.
Oh,
sweet. It looks awesome, man.
I haven't watched the trailer yet.
Oh yeah, it looks badass, man. Dude, I just got into Star Wars here recently. I think I told Sonny this when I was talking to Ben and Joe not too long ago. You know how I got into Star Wars, man. The Mandalorian was the first Star Wars entry I ever watched. I binged both seasons back to back. What's that say? Bumblefoot.
Hell yeah. Spooky, did you watch the beginning of this? You gotta let us know because I played that for you. Since Dave forgot. That took a lot of work, man. I had to figure out how to download a YouTube video to my hard drive, which you need a whole different software program for that.
Yeah.
And then it downloaded it in some weird format that I couldn't even use on here. So then I had to figure out how to convert from that format to another format, and that was a whole nother software program. So it took me like a half hour just to get that clip.
Oh shit. Damn. I sent you a little video I put together. Me and you were talking about it yesterday. A little compilation type thing.
Mm-hmm.
My visit over here to Chris Bledsoe's, and I got better quality than the first time. I actually got it on YouTube. I sent it to your messenger, and I kind of tried to merge them all together. It's not as blurry and bad as it was whenever I had to record.
I just, you know, the first thing I just pulled up was after your accident picture. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I sent you a lot of pictures too. If you want to pull them up whenever. Did y'all still want to do that? Maybe go through.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're still ready for it.
Yeah, it's not gonna be quick, but I mean, I've told y'all a lot of the main things, but there's things I've left out. Like there's things I've completely forgot to tell y'all. Like I've been in 2 bad car accidents. I flipped my car 3 times a few years ago. I hydroplaned. It was well, I need to save that for later. But yeah, I sent you the picture of it. And the bad pictures I sent you, that's whenever I was in a coma. But
damn, dude.
God, oh yeah, I sent you a few other pics too. I guess whenever I start talking, I get on that subject, you'll know what I'm saying. And if you want to, you can pull up those pics.
Yeah.
Tim, I was going to say something to you real quick. Or ask you. Oh yeah, that Bledsoe said so. The
regression.
Dude, you were not lying. Listen, I watched that last night. I had to pause it like about 3/4 through because it hit me hard, and I had an orb sighting out there off my back balcony again.
You did?
Yes, like right whenever I paused it, and right whenever I got emotional, and I'm completely convinced, man, that emotions and frequencies, they play a role in these orbs, man. I swear, like that. I mean, I was already convinced before last night, man, but that was like proving it to me again. It's I mean, like as soon as I paused it, and I felt like, you know, you get like that hot feeling in your chest whenever you know something hits you really hard, that burning feeling. I paused it, and I had that burning feeling, and one of them orange stars like lit up and stayed there for a couple seconds. I tried to pull up my phone real quick, and it just like went away. Like, gotcha, bitch. Now, but I liked it actually. I love seeing the orbs now, man. I used to not know what to think about it, but now I actually really like it.
Yeah, I don't remember who was talking about it, but I remember somebody saying that they will show themselves until a phone comes out, until you want to take a video of them. Like
unless
some of them,
Chris Bledsoe.
Unless you're around Chris Bledsoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they let him and all of his people that he's cool with film them, but other than that, they just want you to see him, nobody else.
Yeah, I got that one on film the day after. Oh shit! I just realized, man, that compilation video I just sent you with the orb sightings.
Mm-hmm.
I made a mistake on there. I want to say it now that I just realized it, so I don't look like I'm a liar. I posted the video of the orange orb that I got off my back balcony. You can't see that great because I got it off my cell phone. I put like a little caption on the video that said that was the same night that I left Chris's house. I did have an orb sighting that night, but that was the one that flashed inside the cloud. The one I got off my balcony that I put in that compilation was the next night. See, I'm just going to have to go back and fix that. But I'm really in shit before you start talking. I don't know.
I'm just checking this video out that you sent me, the YouTube video you put together.
I was gonna say, you want to go ahead and just play that first, and then it's like I'll just tell the story like how I got there. You know, pretty much.
Yes, that'll work.
That's something about a lot on here. Be like one of those flashback things you see in a movie, where it starts out at the end of the movie, and then
yeah. So I'll full screen that.
It's a lot better.
You want me to have the audio on, or?
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
Oh, hey!
Can you replay that first part again real quick? Because I cut that too short. There's an orb that flashes at the very top right there. And in person, it was so much better. Yeah, right there.
Oh, that thing? Okay, yeah.
It's the one in person I told you it almost like.
That is so weird, man.
and it kept going, and it came to a stop, but you can't really see it great on the phone whenever it came to a stop.
It's faint now. Yeah, bright it is.
When they
You guys haven't seen this video.
yes. Yeah, that is what I'm looking at. Yep, that's amazing.
There's a pine tree. It's already dimmed a lot, but it appeared
Yeah.
straight up over our head.
that one's moving right there.
Can you go back and listen to what Chris says right there? Because that, man, I get chills just watching that right there. That meant a lot to me.
We got it.
Right here. I'll play it loud.
It appeared while you were saying your prayer.
Oh yes, yeah, that is what I'm looking at. Yep, that's amazing.
There's a pine tree. It's already dimmed a lot, but it appeared
Yeah.
straight up over our head.
Wow.
Very bright.
Can you guys read that?
Yeah.
Very bright one.
Chris recommended me send a prayer
Wow.
of gratitude. Before I finished, an orb appeared.
Joel, we just had one very bright one.
Wow.
I told him to say
This strengthened my belief that orbs respond to emotions and frequencies.
giving thanks.
Chris is telling the other guy
Oh,
they're awesome.
It's definitely there.
oh yeah, I see it. That's,
It was much brighter.
that's amazing.
Oh, we got another one here as well.
Dude, they were
we just-
everywhere.
That's so crazy.
They were everywhere, man. I get chills watching this.
Honey. Honey.
And he sensed them like 30 seconds before he walked out. He sensed them. He said he knew that we were going to see some stuff.
I'm just looking for a change of direction.
Wow.
Could you stop for us, please?
Can you stop for us, please?
It just stopped.
We changed
He said,
direction.
please.
Even better.
That's just too much, man.
It actually stopped right at the end of the video.
Stop when he said, please. Shoot me out.
Oh, okay. Let me go back.
Change direction. Even better.
Oh, whoops. I didn't go back far enough.
Change of direction or stop. Could you stop for us, please?
It just stopped.
Yeah.
Too much, dog.
Even better.
Oh no.
Now keep that camera real still. Don't move the camera with the object. Let the object move across the frame.
Oh yeah. Okay.
When it gets to the edge of the frame, you can move to track it,
Okay.
but only move to keep.
Hey, Josh, who's that guy talking right there?
I can't say his name.
Okay. All right.
He's an important figure. I can say that.
The dude with the accent? Yeah.
The guy with the laser.
What's that?
The guy with the laser with the accent. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think I'm supposed to say his name, but I know he's important enough.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's see what it's doing. Oh, there's another with it.
I see one underneath the
Oh, it just
laser. Right there.
materialized.
See it?
Mhm.
I see one right here.
Behind
Wait, hold
it.
on, let me go back.
Otherwise we can't see what
Right
it's
here.
doing. Oh, there's another with it.
I wish you could have played those
Oh, it
videos
just
for
materialized.
Josh.
See it?
Yeah.
Behind it. Much more faint.
That dog must have sensed them.
Yeah, right there. It's like that was
Wow.
very high until it's not very
That is cool, man. I gotta go out there.
There's another one here.
We can post this on your podcast channel if you want to, man.
Getting a whole lot of them.
Okay.
That was coming from
The whole video.
Yeah, they're very active. This is incredible.
I spotted at least 15 orbs or more in less than 2 hours.
I'm
See
Oh,
that?
there's two of them moving together.
Oh, there's
Yep.
another one following it. It's a lot more faint. It's
Yeah.
right behind it.
That's what I was saying before, right behind it.
Man.
So maybe
Satellite guys
what I
and-
seen was like orbs.
Yeah.
Chad, yeah.
Where they were chasing each other like these two.
You could imagine that stopping and the one on the bottom getting bright and disappearing. That's what I seen.
you
Except
saw orbs then, Sonny. Sounds like orbs.
Wow.
I think
Yeah.
it could have been.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was epic right there. Two of them moving together, man. It's awesome.
Right.
This is the one that I got the night. It says the same night. I made a mistake. This was the night afterwards, but I did see an orb that same night after I left.
It just materialized right in front of me.
I remember that's when we talked. I
Yeah.
think.
Can't really see
Yeah.
the phone, but it's bright orange. And I don't see any blinking.
Can you
I
see
swear
that?
It looked like it popped in right where I was.
Yeah, I can see it right here. Can you see
See
my
it.
cursor?
Yeah.
I can
In
see
real life, that thing was bright orange, and it just popped it exactly where I was looking. Just blinked in. I mean, out of nowhere. And that was the. Can you pause it real quick? Because I do need to correct something. I'm gonna change this video later. The same night that I left Chris's, before I talked to Sonny, I had gotten home, and Chris told me that the phenomenon follows people home. He knows that I was already experiencing it. He told me not to be surprised if it increases. What's up, Big Willie? Definitely road trip, man. So that same night, as soon as I got home, I mean, literally as soon as I got home from Chris's house, when I walked out on my balcony and sat down, and I didn't explain this good because it blew my mind. There was a circular, like goldish yellow flash, like perfect circle inside the cloud, and there was no thunderstorms, no rain or anything. But this is what blew my mind. There's this I think I told Sonny about this in my MUFON group. There's this guy named Rob. He's paralyzed in a wheelchair. He messaged me on Facebook, and it was about an orb sighting that he had. And I swear to God, I'm not making this up. I hand on the Bible on my mother's life. The ding from the Facebook Messenger went off at the exact same time that the orb flashed in the cloud whenever I got home from Chris's house. It blew my mind. I told Sonny about this. Told him that same night. I mean, I talked his ear off.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think there's a little bit more to that video. It's about done though.
Dude, Sonny needs to put out like a phone number where he's like, listen, if you're by yourself and you see something that you can't explain and everybody that you know is sleeping and you need someone to talk to, you call Sonny. You're always awake.
I will.
Dude, how one of those, like,
Oh, you guys talked over each other. Would you say, Sonny?
I said, yeah, because I'll get up and put you on StreamYard.
Yep.
So did you secretly record me all amped up that night, Sonny?
No, that's one thing I don't do, guys. I won't record you unless you're informed first. It's just that don't really happen unless you ask for it to.
No, I'm playing. I know you wouldn't do that, man. I think there's a little bit more to that video. That's about done though.
The Sonny hotline. Oh, I just hit remove. All right, there we go.
I think I got Willie's number. I'll put that one up there.
There you go.
We'll have him shoot me a text if he gets any calls.
Call 1-900-BIG Willie.
That's right. For a good time. That's for a good time phone number. You can't give him that one.
That's right.
He'll answer.
Hey, I needed somebody to vent to that night, man. And Sonny, he like took it really in a grateful kind of way, man. Like Sonny looked like he was happy watching me vent. Asking him like, man, I'm sorry, am I talking your ear off, man? Like, and he was just smiling like, no, man, I'm loving this, man.
He was really talking my ear off, but I enjoyed every single second of what was coming out of his mouth, and I didn't want to stop him, and I don't think I could have, guys. I can't explain the excitement. It was like he got a death threat and won the Super Bowl at the same time. That was Josh's reaction. So for like a good 2 hours straight, that was his reaction. He never lost it. He was that excited.
Like amped up.
That's a perfect metaphor, man. I mean, before then, I had seen sightings on my own, but it was always like something. As soon as I looked at it, it was gone. Or there was a couple that flashed I knew were orbs, but it's like I was always still doubting myself here and there. But when I went to Chris's house that night, man, it's like there was no more doubting myself after that, And I kept thinking while I was talking to Sonny, like, holy shit, like I was just surrounded by aliens or whatever they are, extra dimensionals. It just felt like I was in the Twilight Zone, man. Honestly, for the next couple of days after that, I had that real, surreal feeling you get. I think Chad just experienced that not too long ago. Whenever I started sending him some of these videos.
Yeah.
Feel like you step into a new reality, pretty much. Is what I'm trying to say.
Josh? Did you see when we didn't we play some videos from Brian Pork and Beans? Didn't we pull up videos from him yesterday with that blue beam of light, or was that just me and you?
I think that was just me and you, Sonny. Me, you, and Brian. I don't think Chad. Have you met Brian yet? He's pretty good. He's a Sasquatch tracker guy. He's pretty cool.
We weren't live or nothing, huh, Chad?
Yeah,
it was just I mean, yeah, that we weren't live, Josh. That was just me and you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that beam of light, Josh, wasn't that crazy? That was and we didn't say anything about the beam of light before. He just felt he needed to show us that picture. And my eyes were like, because it's the same beam of light that Josh shows me in a picture off in the distance when the orbs are showing. And it's a very weird blue. Okay. It's a very strange blue. It's just, it could be a ray from the sun with his.
No. Oh yeah, with his.
It don't look like it, you know. But it just look, yeah, it's kind of like that.
Man, I should have added that into that compilation video that I made. Thanks for reminding me about that, Sonny. I didn't think about that because I did see that at Chris's house. If anybody listening hasn't heard, whenever the first couple orbs popped up, first off, I went to school with Chris Bledsoe's kids, Ryan, and it was really Chris Jr. Me and him were really good friends. I went there to go hang out with Chris Jr. I really ended up hanging out with Chris Sr. most of the time because Chris Jr. had to go take his kids somewhere. But we talked for hours. He sensed the orbs coming, said that he knew they were going to come. Went out there. He said a prayer. Within 10 minutes, they started coming up everywhere. After the first couple orbs came up, I saw a blue beam of light that looked almost identical to this picture right here. I mean, like the color is spot on. It's a little bit wider and closer, but there's something about that. And it's just like that, how it's coming from the ground. That's how, like, I knew it wasn't coming from the sky because you could see it's brighter, you know, at the bottom.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is. I never even heard of that until I seen it. And whenever I told Chris Sr., by the way, he was the least bit surprised. He said that him and his wife had actually seen that before multiple times. Anybody in the chat knows anything about it, let me know.
Yeah, it's almost like the same color as like when a transformer blows up, right? It's like electric blue.
Yeah,
but
somebody did tell me
a steady stream of it.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. It would be a giant ball of light, not a
and it stays like that, lit up. It doesn't. And then I told Josh, well, that could be someone with a blue laser, you know. And then he said, no, it don't look like a laser beam. And I'm thinking, yeah, I have a adjustable laser, so the beam gets thicker.
Yeah,
that don't look anything like it, and that don't look nothing like a laser. Doesn't look like that.
No.
Yeah, Sonny pulled out his laser, and I think we were reflecting it on something.
Yeah, I was blowing smoke through it and everything, trying to mimic what he's seen. And then when I seen the what he was talking about, the beam of light, I was like, oh no, that's definitely not a laser.
Purpose says
somebody did. What was that say? Blue portals with dog, man. I need to look up the beams of light. Somebody told me that there was a theory that the beams of light could actually be some kind of military weapon that they use to track the UFOs. I've never heard anything about that, but I will say that Chris Bledsoe lives right by Fort Bragg, and you're actually about to see that firsthand at the end of this video. So I mean, who knows? Maybe it is, but it might not have anything to do with the military. It might be something extraterrestrial, or it might be a damn portal that the UFOs come through. I have no idea. Like I said, I never even heard of a blue beam of light until I seen that thing.
This is a cool video you made. It's like 6 minutes long. That's cool, dude.
I appreciate it, man. It took me like an hour and a half. I kept fucking up.
I know how that goes. I mean, it's like something really simple that looks really easy to make is not always that easy.
Yeah, honestly, I edited out. I could have made that like 3 times longer with the footage I had. I was just trying to include some of the best parts, and honestly, still, it doesn't do any justice getting it on film. You know, you got to see it with your own eyes. So much better.
Yeah. Oh, I can imagine. You can't even film a 747 and have it show up on your phone very good. So,
yeah,
like you can't even tell that orb is orange right there. And I mean, when I seen that thing off my back balcony, it was like orange as can be.
Oh, it's an orb.
And it kept floating up. I should have wrote this on here. It kept floating up slowly. An airplane went by that was blinking. That thing didn't blink. But I went around to the front of my balcony and it was gone. So I know for a fact that was an orb.
I want to hear your reaction right here.
It just came right in front of me.
That's so cool.
Oh, it's an orb.
It's an orb. That's
It
awesome.
just came right in front of me.
That's really cool.
Okay, there's a.
You want to line this or set this one up, Josh?
This was the same night that I was at Chris's house. This is right after I left, not even an hour after I got home. Chris sent me this video, and it really made me wish that I would have stayed there longer, man. I wish I just stayed the night over there or something, because I've never seen an orb this close. This blows my mind every time I see it.
A big orb. Emily called me out of the house. It's hovering right here. Is it moving?
Incredible.
It was way up here at the top of the trees.
Wow.
Is that as purple as it looks in the video? In real life?
No, he said it was way more purple. I want to say I thought he said it had another color too. I think he said it was actually kind of changing colors. When I talked to him about it.
Oh, okay.
I see it good in this camera. It's
Goes in front of the
hovering
trees.
just above the trees, right in the trees. Look. Oh, it's dropping.
That's epic. Yeah.
Look. Oh, Lord, thank you.
I love how Chris thanks them all, man.
Yeah, they probably like it too.
I started doing it.
Yep. I haven't seen one yet, so I don't think anything yet. But every time I pull over and look up at the sky, I talk to it and thank it. And I'm like, well, thank you for at least not killing me.
I was gonna say, I'd say thank you anyways, man. Especially after that regression. Anybody listening right now, go check out Bledsoe Said So. There's part 1 and part 2 of the regression, and Ryan straight up said at the end of the last regression, did you catch that, where he asked if anybody knows of them, spread the word about their story? Man, I've been doing that since I found out all this was legit. So
Yeah.
I mean, Chris gave me the go ahead to share these videos as long as I gave him credit for them. But I mean, these ones, I was there the same night that this happened. But
Yeah.
Go check out that channel.
I just saved or not saved. I shared the that channel link in the chat. So if you guys want to click on that and just hit subscribe, like all the videos, we would appreciate that. So let's start back here.
It has an orange, white glow. Sometimes it gets darker towards the reddish, orange, pink. Sometimes there's just solid white.
Yeah, I've seen orange, yellow,
Heading
and
towards
white.
the moon.
Orange, yellow, and white.
Coming.
Actually, orange, gold. It's more like a goldish amber color, not yellow.
Oh, okay.
That's the
Put them back.
3 different color orbs I've seen.
Next day is right close to me, so they often come right over. I've seen them hovering here.
Gotta bring a tent and sleeping bag next time, dude.
No, I know that he'd let me crash on the couch, man. I used to party with Chris.
You don't
That's awesome.
you don't need a tent and a sleeping bag if you take Willie, Chad, and the big blue van. That's what you need.
Yep. Oh,
I
that's
forgot.
cool that you gave him a shout out.
I totally forgot what I even wrote right there, man. I was so tired last night. What did it say? That blows my mind.
He said just a Black Hawk.
No,
Chad, what were we doing yesterday when that flew over my house? That Black Hawk flew over the house. It freaked me out.
we were
Those don't
we were
fly
just
over my
talking.
house. Yeah. And then it came back. I know you heard it the second time it was loud when it went by.
Yeah. We weren't live. We were just BSing on StreamYard. I was actually texting Big Willie, I think.
Huh.
And I was like, hey, just so everyone knows, or just so you know, Sonny just had a Black Hawk fly over his house, turn around and come back right over his house again. So
Yeah, that was weird.
I think they're making sure Jim Goodall's gone.
I was about to say that, Chad. Oh, synchronicity, man. Dude, I swear you got me first, man. I was just about to say it. Damn. Yeah,
Or Jim
already
was in there telling him to buzz the tower, having him fly by my house that low, because that was pretty
Yeah,
loud.
maybe it was Jim.
Or Jim in the helicopter.
Yeah, Jim was flying the helicopter and wanted to make sure you were okay.
Yep, he was buzzing the tower, shaking the garage.
He was just
rattling.
Jim was just flying the helicopter because that's probably what he does whenever he wants to have some fun, man. Jim sounds like he's wild as hell. I like Jim, man. He's cool.
Hey, get this bird up in the air. Let's go see what Sonny's doing. Let's go see what he's got going on over there. See if that car's moved or not.
Fire up the copter, cocksuckers.
This is Jim Goodall.
We're gonna make Sonny paranoid for the next week and a half.
Well, I mean, it looked like he was trying to make some decisions in his head. Like, how fast can I get to my guns?
Those right there.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure Sonny has probably got a gun in every corner of his house.
Yep, within arm's length. Yeah, he was. He was sitting there like.
Well, I know I was trying to decide: is that a Huey helicopter, and why does it sound like that? And then it got Then when it got loud, I was like, "That's not a Huey. That's a Black Hawk." That's why I had to get up and go look. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. Purpose and Grace. They needed their stuff work done. Is this the chop shop? You guys got all the tools that you need to work on a helicopter in there?
I could build him a chopper.
We can fix Corvettes. We don't know about Blackhawks yet.
I didn't think about that. Chop shop, yeah.
That's funny.
So,
Amua, good morning. Thanks for hanging out.
Hey,
I can't see the chat. I'm still on. I'm about to get my internet hooked back up here really soon. I'm still doing this on my phone. I got a laptop and headphones though.
Oh, sweet, dude. What's up, Fab?
Is there any way that I can see the chat on my phone?
You should be able to.
Yeah, there should be an option.
That's all.
Nothing that says comments.
Oh wait, yeah, comment. Never mind, I got it. Comment.
Yeah,
I didn't know I could do that. Awesome.
Yeah, you were on private chat before.
I can't see you guys while I'm looking at the comments though. But
that sucks.
I don't really ever look at the comments anyways.
Yeah, I can't leave comments while I'm on here, Chad. I can just read them.
Oh, that's weird. Let me see. I don't think there's any kind of setting like that, is there?
I don't think so.
Nope.
I'll look at the comments here and there, but I can't like look at the comments at the same time as I'm talking.
Oh, if anybody says anything about you or your videos or anything like that, I'll make sure I put them up on the screen.
Wait, sorry. What was that? My phone just broke up, Chad. What'd you say?
Oh, I was just saying that if anybody says anything in the comments that has to do with you or has a question for you, I'll make sure I put it up.
Oh, okay. Oh, I was just want to be able to know, because I do want to be able to check them out here and there. You know, I can't constantly look at them all.
Yeah.
I mean, I can do it simultaneously. So look at me using big words simultaneously. I don't think I've ever used that word in my life.
Sonny, I don't know if I showed you this, but I made something for Brigid yesterday. Oh, there goes Josh.
Oh, yep.
He's probably trying to read the comments and accidentally.
Yeah, he'll jump back in. What happened now?
His other vehicle. Oh, I made this for Brigid. So when she comes on, like this will be our background. And then when she comes on, I made this and this.
Sweet, man.
Isn't that cool? She's like, do you think you can make me a banner? I'll send you a picture of my business card. And the business card was super basic. So I made that up. What's up, Josh?
You'll have to send that to me. No, you can't, because I can't change my background.
I guess that was my sign not to look at the comments while I'm talking. Hey, Sonny, real quick, did Brian, y'all ever get a time scheduled for him to be on the show?
Not yet. Hopefully he didn't email me. I should have gave him my phone number. Josh, if you don't have mine, I'll message it to you too. And then you can give it to him. Tell him if he don't get me on, if he's emailing me, he might not get me. So, yeah, just tell him to call and message my phone and tell me who he is, because if it's a number I don't know, I won't answer it.
Yeah, he usually contacts me through Messenger. God, sorry, I just got. Totally
I have another guest. I have another guest too. I don't know where I'm going to put him. Probably on. I don't know. I might put him on my podcast, but that Eddie Haskell that's in the chat all the time.
Yeah.
He wrote me a really long email, and he's a very interesting character.
Well, you know,
So
he can go on either one of our shows. You know that.
yeah, I'll ask him what his.
I already told you. I just say this is my other channel. That's what I told Dre too. On my other channel, the Chad Smith podcast. We got flagged, man. You're gonna have to fix that because we're gonna be playing them videos.
If you see anything that says Chad Smith, just go ahead and approve that.
Chad Smith is Sonny.
Fap says, Jim stole some secret flying stuff that the military just wrote off.
I could see Jim flying around in a saucer, man. It would not surprise me one bit. Talking to me the other day. I mean, he'd probably be the one to just purposely abduct somebody and get some probed up the ass just to make sure nobody ever believes him.
Hey, where's the push to start button on this thing, cocksuckers? How do you get this thing going? I need to go see Sonny.
Yeah, I could screw the bumpers back on that saucer if he rips them off.
Dude, one of these days, Jim Goodall's just going to land a saucer in your front yard and say, "You never saw
Getting
this."
that saucer, cocksucker. We're going for a ride. I'll jump right in there. I ain't scared. I rode with him in the Corvette. That's not much different than flying with him.
Yeah.
Jim's going to come to the top circle right in your front yard. And
just a middle finger.
Say UFO Garage.
Yeah. I was thinking something along the lines of that. That or where's my weed at or something, Jim's cool as hell, man. I've never imagined that's how he would be, man, talking to him in person with you guys.
He's cool.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, we had a good time that night. You were catching us at the end of the night. We had just got back from dinner, and yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, damn, that's awesome,
dude. Hey, he walked away from he walks up to the stand, right? And I mean, when we get there, this place is packed, dude. And
where'd y'all go?
I don't know if I should tell this. I'm gonna tell it. I don't care.
You don't see me?
We went to Cattleman's Steakhouse in Selma.
Yeah, okay.
It was pretty packed. And he walks up and they tell him it's an hour and a half wait. And I was like, holy shit, we ain't waiting an hour and a half, And he walked away from the podium and I told the girl, hey, I do a show and that was my guest and I'm taking him out to dinner. Don't make me wait an hour and a half. And she said, what do you mean a show? And I go, that's Jim Goodall. And she goes, like, who's Jim Goodall, right? Well, the dude standing next to her said, who's Jim Goodall? And I said, the guy that just walked away from the stand right here, your booth, that's Jim Goodall. And he goes, hold on a second. He walks away and he comes back with 2 menus. And he goes, you guys can eat at the bar. And he
no way.
Set us in front of all these people. I was like, oh, shit.
I don't know who this is, but that's Jim Goodall right there.
I was like, hey, that's Jim Goodall, fucker. Get us a seat.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Then when my little sister was in a wheelchair and we went to Busch Gardens and we got to skip everybody that was waiting in line. And, even though she didn't get on any roller coaster, I felt kind of bad that we were using her for it. But, hey, it was her idea, man.
Yeah. As long as she's cool with it, you gotta take advantage of it,
Yeah, definitely. Man, I didn't realize you guys have already been on for an hour and a half. I guess y'all still want me to do the testimony thing, man?
Yeah, if you're ready. I mean, we're
yep.
He's retired and I work midnight, so
what'd you call me?
Yep, and I'm about to be going back full time probably next week, so I need to go ahead and do it. Shit, I don't know where should I start with this? I wrote down a few little bullet points. I was supposed to send Chad a copy of this.
Did you send me those? Dude, you sent me so much just since we've been on here, and I feel bad when I can't read all that.
Yeah, well, I mainly sent you some pictures and shit. I think you'd be able to see the pictures and compared to what I'm talking about, know what to pull up or what. All right, so I mean, you guys have heard a lot of this, but I mean, I kind of glossed over pretty much everything that I've told you guys with a lot of things. shit, especially for people not listening, I need to go ahead and start at very beginning. And I mean, like, before I was born, you guys know this. My great grandfather, which he was a Blackfoot Indian, from what I've heard, may have been a full-blooded Blackfoot Native American. He was murdered a couple months before I was born. Some robbers came, broke in his house, and they killed him. Hit him in the head with a hammer. Actually, it was pretty brutal. So yeah, that was my mother's grandfather. Whenever I was born, a couple months later, I guess this is the first paranormal thing that I ever went through, and I was literally not even 24 hours old. I just always thought this was a nice story, like a guardian angel type story, you know, because I've been a skeptic my whole life. Even though nobody else in my family has a story like this, I think I should have thought about that, you know, like, you know, why am I the only one that has some kind of crazy story like this? And I know you guys know where I'm going with this. I'm rambling here. So the day that I was born, my mother and my grandmother, I call her my Nana, they were in the room or wherever with me. And they said first that there was like a really eerie kind of silence and just like this feeling in the air, you know, when you get that vibe, just that you can, it's almost like you sense something, like your sixth sense, like something's about to happen. I guess they said they felt, you know, just that weird feeling. And it's like everything went dead quiet and there was nobody else around. They couldn't hear any sounds in the whole entire hospital for just a few seconds. They said that they both looked down at me, and for like a brief moment, I mean, like a split second, they said that my mother said she saw my great grandfather in me, and they can't put this into words. Even today, I just asked my mother not too long ago about it. She can't put it into words. She said she remembers there being like a type of aura, like a mist kind of thing, because I still don't know how to piece it together. I asked her, like, you know, what did you saw great grandfather's head on a 24-hour old baby? You know, it doesn't make any sense, but she can't put in words. She just said, I saw him, Josh, and I saw him in me. And it was just for like a blink of an eye, and it sent my mother into a shock where she almost started breaking down crying and stuff. And I think that my mother might have initially thought it might have had something to do with the fact she just gave birth, but my grandmother was right there with her, and you know, she had an experience too, and both their hairs on their arms were standing up. They both said they felt like this static energy go through their body. And it's just this crazy story. You know, I always took it my entire life as you know, my great grandfather was a guardian angel watching over, because that's what they've always told me about it. I never really thought much more of it. So I need to, that's the first thing. Yeah, I'm going to come back to that later on. I need to try to get through this as quick as I can. Growing up, whenever I was a kid, I do want to say elementary school, middle school, I was kind of scrawny. I was just telling y'all guys about that earlier. I hit a growth spurt, and I got, I don't know if I should say this part. Yeah, no, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. And Chad, if you want to, there's a picture of me right before I was about to join the military, where I'm not trying to show off or anything, but I had a little bit more muscle packed on me back then. It's the no, you don't have to post that picture up there, man. I'm literally flexing in that picture, but I got pretty jacked, and the reason is because when I was a teenager, I started rebelling. Me and my sister never. Sonny, what are you laughing at, man? Oh man, yeah, you shouldn't have pulled that up. I don't even know why I sent that.
Well, I mean, the thing is like it does show context, because like look at your arm there, and then like flex right now, like your arm. Didn't you say that
I need to pack back on some weight.
Yeah, like you lost a lot of muscle mass because you were out. You were what do they call that? Laying in bed for so long, right?
Yeah. Oh, I lost 40 pounds or 35 pounds in a month after I got in that car accident. Now,
in a month.
In a month, whenever I was in a coma after that car accident. I'll get to that in just a minute. Like I said, a couple other things. Yeah, a month, man. Because I was bedbound, and is that how you say it? Bedbound. It's stuck in.
I couldn't think of the name. I couldn't think of the word either, but yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I was completely asleep for a week, but shit, I'm skipping things. I'll get back to that here in just a second. First, I want to say the reason that I really wanted to join the military is because whenever my parents got a divorce, me and my little sister, not my baby sister. I have two little sisters. I have two older sisters, but my little sister closest to me, we both started rebelling really hard. We were partying all the time in high school. Since my dad, was out of the house, whenever my mom went to work, we'd be throwing house parties. Actually, I just realized Chris Bledsoe Jr. was at a lot of those parties. If he ever happens to listen to this, yeah, man. My dog. Oh shit, I'm having memories flashback, man. My black lab bit Chris Jr. I gotta talk to him about that, man. I totally forgot about that. That's totally off the wall subject, man. Sonny, I was just talking about black labs yesterday. Yeah, I had this black lab named Luna, and this has nothing to do with like my main story, but this memory just hit me, and God, that's crazy, man. Yeah, I was having a party one day, and Chris Bledsoe Jr. walked into my house. I told him to go ahead and come in. As soon as he came in, my black lab bit him straight on the leg. My black lab never bit anybody, and now I'm wondering why that happened, man.
That's
I'm
weird.
not going to theorize about that, man, because maybe it had something to do with the abduction and the aliens that was around him, man. It's like
Right.
dogs
Yeah,
can see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that energy off of
Dogs. I'm sorry, Chad. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the dog was picking up a different energy that it wasn't used to, probably. So it was just like,
Dude, I was gonna say dogs act different around people because my two dogs are very mean. All right. They're so mean. I kept the little one in the house when Jim was here. And then Jim had to go in the house, because we were out here. He had to go in and use the restroom or take a leak or whatever. So I was like, shit, man, I got to introduce him to this dog. And as soon as he went in, Rocky ran up to him and jumped on his leg. And I was like, what the fuck? Like he didn't bark, he didn't growl. And then Jim came out here and the dog followed him. If you watch the video, you see me keep bending down, pushing a dog down. It's me pushing that dog off Jim's lap. He keeps jumping up in Jim's lap, dude. He wouldn't leave him alone.
that dog's like, Jim, you got secrets, boy. You got secrets. What do you got?
The dog's mean. It's just sometimes they pick up on different vibes from people, like Chad said, and they know like this is a good person. That's my dog. Just knew both of them. I couldn't get those dogs away from him. They were just glued to him like they were his dogs.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I did not even plan on getting on that subject, man. That's crazy, man. That memory literally just hit me out of nowhere, man.
I'm gonna call this the Josh Casey regression.
Josh Casey's memory lane. Yeah.
Memory lane. Yep, we're moving down memory lane.
He was just telling me about Luna, his black lab. Like yesterday, day before? Yeah.
Yep.
That's funny. You didn't tell me a bit, Chris, though.
I didn't remember until today, man. I haven't thought about that in over 10 years, to be honest. I don't even know if Chris Bledsoe Jr. knows it. I mean, I'm sure he knows, but he's probably forgot about it too, man. God, we've been talking about this for like 10 minutes now. No, but I was sitting here reminiscing about me and Chris Jr. We used to I'm gonna say we both calmed down a lot. I'm gonna say that. I'm not gonna get into details, but yeah, we used to raise a little bit of hell back in the day, man. And I do want to say, people listening that have heard me before, and you guys, y'all know that I was a skeptic my whole life until last year. And even though I used to hang out with Chris Jr. back in high school, and everybody knew about the UFO abduction with his dad whenever I went to high school, and I feel horrible thinking about this, man. I don't know how they did it. There's some people that believed it, but there was a lot of people, making fun of them. And I remember being in high school the next day at the lunch table, and everybody was talking about it, cracking jokes. I was friends with Chris Jr. I brought it up to him once, and I think he just told me he didn't want to talk about it. I didn't really believe it then. I think I made one comment that they might have been on shrooms or something, and I felt horrible. And I personally apologized to Chris Sr., Chris Jr., and Ryan Bledsoe. When I first had my epiphany this year, straight up just apologized to him, that I was a skeptic. I don't know how they dealt with it, man. All that ridicule that came. Sorry, hold on just a second. Shit, my lighter went out. Just a second. I gotta grab my lighter real quick, guys.
I've been muted this whole time. I was just gonna say, and then I muted you when you got up. Ryan Bledsoe talked about that on the podcast, how it was like a challenge that their whole family just had to get through. Like it was something that they were challenged with and they just had to get through it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure they probably had some form of PTSD going through that. Excuse me, I didn't even plan on getting on that topic, but yeah, I can actually say, firsthand that I wasn't making fun of them or anything. I did make that one comment one time, which is a stupid comment, because how could all them people hallucinate and see the same thing? And I don't know if you guys know this, but there was like 5 people at the river the initial night of Chris's abduction. When Chris had the missing time, and Chris Jr. was off in the woods and encountered the beings. And then there was I think 4 other people at the river. One of those other guys that was at the river, I was friends with his son as well. So yeah. I can't remember his first name. Brett Ackerman was oh gosh, I should have said his name. Might have to get you to cut that out. No, it's cool. Yeah, man, I'm sorry. I'm reminiscing. I need to stop doing
this.
That's
okay.
You guys are literally making memories come flooding in, man. This is crazy. I didn't expect this.
That's what we're all about here.
Yeah, you just keep talking, buddy. You're doing good.
Yeah, who cares?
I feel like I'm doing horrible right now because my mind is literally going on overload. But
I do the same thing. I don't even know how I have a podcast.
Cigarettes are a horrible habit. I'm trying to quit right now, but I'm doing a very good job. But anyways, I need to get off of all that reminiscent stuff before I keep going, and I'm gonna end up making this whole entire podcast about a regression, like you guys said.
We're only an hour and 40 into it, man. You can go all day. I don't care. Think about when you're listening to a podcast. If somebody coughs or sneezes, you don't care. You're just there to listen to the podcast. So
okay, so the whole thing about me wanting to join the military, it happened. This is why I said that me and my sister, we rebelled and we were throwing house parties and shit all the time. We were causing a lot of problems and stuff for my parents. And one day we had this huge house party and a couple people got pissed off. The next night it was just me and a few of my friends hanging out. None of my other family was there. And some people that I had been associated with before, they ended up breaking into my house to jump one of my other friends there over something stupid. It was like something to do with an Xbox or some shit. Like the very first Xbox, man. That's makes me feel old thinking about it, man. But I literally broke into my house, man. I mean, destroyed. I'm sorry, Sonny, man. I forgot that you're like, you're like what, 35 or something, right? 34, man. I know you're not that old.
No, dog, you're way off. Mine was the Atari 2600. That was my Xbox. I was there when that came out. I was like 6 when that dropped.
Man, I remember the Nintendo 64, man. I remember when the first PlayStation came out, I asked my mom for it, and she gave me an Atari. I said, have fun with that.
Here's some Donkey Kong.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man, I love Donkey Kong. But yeah, these, oh, shit, man. Oh, God, synchronicities are really starting to hit me right now. Wow. Whoa, really? Damn. Wow. So I can tell you guys this. So one of the guys that broke into my house, I just thought about this. I'm not going to say his name, but if anybody listening to this knows me personally, they'd be able to piece it together. They already know who he is. But one of these guys that just broke into my house, and I actually ended up I don't want to promote violence, but I ended up beating the hell out of him that night. But it was 5 dudes. They broke into my house. They shattered windows. They put holes all in the walls. I had my baby sister Bianca in the crib. I feel horrible that I was, back there drinking underage or whatever when my mom was at work, and I had my little 2-year-old sister in the crib. But there was a big crash. I was sitting there back in the bedroom with me and a couple of my friends, and I heard like a big boom. They kicked open the door. It was like 5 of these guys that I used to associate with back in the day. And one of these dudes is the stepson of my mom's current boyfriend. I just thought about that. That's why I said, whoa, synchronicities.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a yeah, it's really crazy. Yeah, man, damn, that hit me hard. Sorry. So these guys broke into my house. They just destroyed my whole fucking house. My guitar teacher ended up coming. He lived a few houses down. One of these dudes pulled out a knife and he pulled out his gun, and all the guys just dipped out the house. They ended up beating the shit out of my friend, really. I mean, like black and blue, just horribly. I got a hold of one though, and that one dude I got a hold of happens to be the stepson of my mom's, or the former stepson of my mom's current boyfriend.
Wow.
But the reason I'm saying all this is this incident with me, like it almost traumatized me, hearing that crash of my little baby sister. The first thing I did was I ran through the house, and these 5 guys, they came running past me. I got a quick look at them. I knew who all of them were. They ran straight back to the bedroom to go jump my friend. I ran straight to my mother's room to go check on Bianca, my little sister, because I heard her screaming. I hear a crash, and that's the first thing I want to do. Just go make sure that my baby sister's okay. And she's in diapers. But I go in there, she's in the crib, she's freaking out. But I make sure she's okay. I shut the door. I run in there. They destroyed my sister's room. They just, trashed it. And long story short, man, the guys ended up getting out the house. Police, fire department, everybody came. But the whole thing, it made me feel like I wanted to be able to protect my family and stuff. I guess is what I'm getting at with this. I didn't ever want to feel vulnerable like that again.
Right.
I think I handled my own pretty good that night, especially for it being 3-on-1, and one of those guys ended up running out the house. But anyways, I'm not trying to brag about anything. The other thing that made this even more intense though is it was a couple nights after that incident happened, whenever they broke into my house. I had this dream that you've heard this story, and probably the people listening. I came home one day, and I'd been working out at school. I was on the football team at the time, and I was just really wore out. So I lay down on the couch and just wanted to take a quick nap. And I woke up and stood up, and as soon as I stood up, I realized that I wasn't awake. But that's the crazy thing, is that I woke up exactly where I was laying down on the couch. I mean, it's literally like almost like I stood up out my body, but I didn't. It's like I was in another dimension, or so, like a parallel universe. I don't know how to explain it, man. But as soon as I stood up, I fell straight to the floor. And when I've told you guys this before, but I glossed over some things. And I'm gonna tell you guys one thing that I've never told anybody, like not a single soul. I've never added this detail in, even though I've never forgotten it. So I stood up, and my head was just spinning. It was pounding, like I had this crazy ass vertigo. But it's like I was in my house, it really felt like I'd actually woke up. But whenever I started, spinning, I realized something wasn't right. I had to use the wall to prop myself up. And it was just, God, I don't even know. I remember how it felt. It felt like a physical, excuse me, like a pounding, like pulsating kind of, like it felt like, my brain was just, boom, 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 boom. And everything was spinning. And I was using the wall to hold myself up. And there's a detail that I'm about to tell you guys I've never told anybody. When I was, excuse me, whenever I was making my way back to my old bedroom, there was this guy that was in my kitchen, and I don't know who this guy is, but he didn't say anything to me. He was just standing there, and I worked my way through the kitchen, still spinning, trying to get to my old bedroom. But this guy just looked at me, and he had jet black eyes, just solid black. So weird. I don't know who he was, and he just stood there, and it's like he was just watching me. And I didn't say anything to him. I felt like I needed to get to my old bedroom. And when I say black, I mean like his whole entire eyes were just completely black. And I'm being dead serious, you guys. I've never told a soul about this because I thought it was freaky. And this dream actually is a really positive dream for me. And that's the one thing about the dream that always kind of freaked me out. So I always left it out whenever I told the story.
Was he a solid object, or was he like kind of half in, half out?
No, he looked like a person, like just like a I don't know, because I barely glanced at him.
Did you catch the color of his hair?
He had a hat on.
He had a hat on.
I don't remember. Yeah, he looked like a human except for his eyes, and the expression on his face, man. It's like there was no emotion. And I remember, like, as I was like he didn't, try to see if I was okay or anything. He was just like standing there, just watching me, and like just solid black eyes and no emotion. He's just standing there, and I remember taking a quick glance at him and not knowing what to think. I was just trying to figure, what's going on. Why am I spinning? Why is my head pounding so bad? I just felt like I needed to get to my old bedroom. So I made my way past him. He didn't do anything. He just stood there. I know it's kind of freaky. I don't know. I felt like I needed to tell you guys that because I've been thinking about it a lot here lately. When I made my way finally to my old bedroom, I mean, the whole way back there, I was falling using the wall, and it was linear. That's another thing I've told you guys is my dreams are always a scattered mess. It's always like random bits of information. I've always assumed like most people's dreams are like that. You guys ever have linear dreams? Your dreams are probably scattered, aren't they?
To be honest, my dreams are few and far between.
You don't dream much?
No, but when I do, they are scattered. It's all over the place.
Yeah, that's how mine usually are. Yeah, just like random. It's like random scenes from a movie just everywhere. But this dream, it was like I was living in that moment, man. It's literally like I was in my house. It's just it wasn't my house, if that makes sense. And I can, like, to this day, I remember every step that I took. I remember how I fell. I remember like the wall, using it to hold me up. I remember the pulsating feeling that I felt in my head. But as soon as I got into my old bedroom, first off, it wasn't my old bedroom. The vertigo and the head, pulsating, it stopped. But I realized I wasn't in my bedroom. It's this big, empty, square garage-like room, and it was big and empty, and I think it had like just gray wall. Everything looked gray. I think. I really just remember the person that was in the middle of the room. There was a guy sitting in the middle of this room in a fold-out chair with white hair and had a hat on, and he had an empty fold-out chair in front of him, facing him, like he was waiting for someone, like he was waiting for me. And I looked at him, and I was really confused. I didn't understand what was going on, but I just walked up and I sat down in the chair, and he just looked at me. He smiled. He said, "It's nice to meet you. I've heard a lot about you." And he smiled, and then he did like this and like nodded his, or pointed his head behind him, and there was another door in the back of this room. So I just got up, and I'm still, like real confused. I didn't even say a word to this guy. I didn't recognize this guy, and never seen him before in my life. But I went to the back of this room, and whenever I opened the door to go through it, it's like immediately bright sunshine, like green, super green grass. I was just like transported to my grandparents' front yard. My nana, I call her my nana. The one that was there the day I was born, she's still alive today. But the one that was with my mom whenever they had that experience that I was telling you about earlier, and my grandfather, who I was calling my papa. His name was Gilbert. The house was painted the way that it was whenever he was still alive, and he passed away when I was like 7 or 8 years old, but he never admitted it. But everybody always said that I was his favorite grandson. We were really close. I do remember spending a lot of time with him when I was a kid. But I walked up to this door, and damn, I said this story a few times to you guys, and I still have to try to not get emotional whenever I say it. Sonny, I already know I got you.
You do what you gotta do, man. We don't judge here.
Yeah, I walked up to this door, and like I had this feeling like in my heart. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like I was super nervous, but I felt like I knew that my papa was going to answer this door. I just knew it before I even knocked. And I remember just going up to it, like, and feeling like, the anxiety, like just, not knowing what to think. But I knocked on the door, and when the door opened, he was standing in front of me, my grandfather, papa. And it's like he was really there. I mean, literally, I can think about it right now, man. I swear to God, I remember him better from this dream than I do as a kid. And it's like he was really just standing right in front of me, man. I mean, just, as realistic as it gets.
Right,
I mean,
right.
I've heard people talk about, having dreams of seeing deceased loved ones, and I really believe that's what happened to me. I tried to say something to him, and I couldn't even get hardly any word. I think I tried to say something like, where's Nana or something like that. And which that didn't make any sense because my grandma's still alive. But he just I think he said something like she's okay, and then I just broke down. I started crying, and he hugged me and told me everything was going to be okay. And I can remember like right now, like how I remember his arms, the way it felt around me, like it, physically. I remember feeling his arms around me. I don't know how to explain this, but it's literally like I was living in this dream. I didn't feel like I was, having a I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like I got transported to some parallel reality. I don't know how to fucking explain it really. I'm sorry guys, I'm trying not to get emotional talking about this. So I woke
You're
up
fine,
immediately.
dude.
He said everything's gonna be okay. I appreciate it, Chad. He said everything's gonna be okay, and I woke up. And when I woke up, I felt like this like energy, like static. It makes me think about now. I never made a comparison about what my grandmother and my mom said that they felt the day that I was born. When after they had that experience with me, they said they felt like an energy go through their body. That's how I felt whenever I woke up from this dream. It felt like literally like a static was running through my body. It had all my hair standing up. I almost felt like I was in shock. It was a mixture of kind of freaked out, but at the same time I was like super happy and just humbled that I got to see my grandfather. And it's just
That's
such
cool.
a mix of emotions. I don't know how to explain it, man.
So take me
it's
back. When you were in the room with the guy sitting in the chair, and the chair was on the opposite side of him, was that?
Yeah.
Did you recognize the guy in the chair?
Not then. No. I still don't. Yeah, I was about to say that. Actually, appreciate you reminding me because I was probably about to
Yeah,
bounce
no
off
problem.
of that. No, I didn't recognize him, but that's I was about to say next. First, I went to my little sister Kaylee. She looked at me like I was crazy when I told her what happened, and I don't know, she probably thought I was on drugs or something. But I went to my mother, and a mom can tell how their son acts. She could tell that I just had some kind of experience. And with her having Native American heritage, she is really big into dreams and stuff like that. And she really believed that I experienced something. I started talking to her, and what really got to her wasn't even the fact that I saw my papa, my grandfather, which that was her father. It was the man that you were just talking about, Chad, the man in the fold-out chair, that stranger that I didn't recognize with the hat and the white hair.
Yeah.
She asked me immediately. She was like, "Hold on, describe him again." And I started describing him, and she just goes like, "Oh my God!" She picks up the phone and she calls my grandmother, starts talking to her about this. And I didn't tell you guys this before, but my grandmother had just had a dream around the same time about my great grandfather, the one who, or no, I'm sorry, no, she'd had a dream about my papa, my grandfather. Sorry, getting great grandfather and grandfather mixed up. But the way I described him, she said it sounds exactly like him. And I've never seen a picture of him before. The one who was murdered, before I was born, the same one that they feel like that they saw him in me, his spirit. And I never thought about the fact that Chad, you said this once. My investigator said that maybe I could be him somehow, or I could have been reincarnated, from him. I always took it as like a guardian angel type thing. It wasn't until very recently I started thinking about that because I never really believed in reincarnation here until recently, and now I really do feel like reincarnation could be a thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it is a guardian angel. I have no idea. Maybe it's both somehow. But I never met this man before. I mean, I never seen him. I never seen a picture of him. He was just a really, I guess, isolated guy. But that really tripped my mom and my grandmother out, and it tripped me out. Said he always wore a hat. He always had white hair. The way I described, like the button-up shirt he was wearing, everything. It sounded just like him.
Wow.
I've never met him before in my entire life, and
that's pretty cool.
I feel like that's exactly who it was, even though I've never seen him. So he told me everything was going to be okay. Sorry, Chad, were you about to ask a question?
No, I was just going to say, Purpose said that you have a purpose to fulfill that he did not.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. So,
that's cool. And then Bobby said that he crossed over to visit you.
Thank you, Bobby. Hey, hey Bobby, how are you doing? Sorry, I'm chain smoking. This is a horrible habit.
Bobby definitely should be here, but she's having some technical difficulties, but she's so cool that we're gonna definitely, that's gonna be our top priority to make sure that she's technically figured out so that she can be on here with us from now on. She's trying.
Yeah.
She's definitely trying.
Yeah, Bobby's sweet. She's funny too.
Did you want me to pull up some of these pictures? I see this one. This looks like it was before your accident too, with the guitar.
Oh yeah, I was going. Yeah, I totally glossed over it. Yeah. So yeah, I've always been into like music and art. That's I mean, I still am. I just kind of I'm off and on, but that's always been something that I use to kind of, it's like my therapy.
Yeah.
For a long time, I wanted to be a tattoo artist. Yeah, that's my baby right there. That guitar.
What,
That's
Sonny?
Paul, is it?
What?
What kind of guitar is that? That's not a Les Paul, is it?
No, that's my Ibanez, I believe. I don't have that guitar anymore. I don't want to talk about how I lost that guitar, but I love that guitar actually.
Yeah, that's sweet.
That's pretty nice, man.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
I'm gonna
I
get
see
that
it better now.
That was my hollow body acoustic. I mean hollow body acoustic electric, or not acoustic electric. You know what I mean?
I know what it is. Yeah, that's nice, man. And it's got 2 pickups on it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that thing's cool.
Brings back memories. Man, I'm sorry, I didn't expect this, man. I'm getting so many fucking like memories flooding my head right now.
That's fine, man. That's what this is all about.
Yeah, and I've always been into art too. That's some I've always used for like therapy and everything. And want to be a tattoo artist for a long time. Do you have that? Did I send you the picture of that tree that I painted? Everything. I
don't see that one.
Well, I thought I sent it to you with that picture with the guitar.
Let me see. I thought I downloaded all the ones that you sent me.
Yeah, I sent that to you on Messenger.
Oh yeah, this one with the tree.
Yeah, my oldest sister wanted me to do that for her. That's the kind of tree that she wanted me to paint. It's let me get pulled up. I never painted anything big like that before. I never really even painted, to be honest. I was always just like a sketch artist.
Here we go. So you painted that by, like, obviously without stencils or anything?
I kind of drew out my own stencil. I took a pencil and I came up with that whole design on my own.
Wow.
Me and my oldest sister, which she's half Japanese, by the way. That's something I do need to mention because I feel like it's pretty key. My oldest sister, she's half Japanese, and she has family members that are Buddhist. And I remember being a kid, always thinking, I've got some family members who are Christian, some who aren't really religious at all, but they're just, more kind of open-minded, spiritual like I am now. And then my oldest sister, her family members are Buddhist. Like I remember my sister Erica, whenever her grandmother passed away, they had a Buddhist funeral, and it was so different. I don't know if you guys ever heard of, or know what it's like or anything, but they're literally like doing chants, like or like a, what do you call it? Like is it a mantra? I'm trying to think of the word, where they're like repeating these.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't seen that painting in a long time.
That's really cool, man. The birds are getting me. That's awesome.
Yeah, I drew a bird for each family member. Those 2 birds were from my oldest sister Erica and my brother-in-law, and then over there on the other end, I'm working on the other 2 little birds for my 2 nephews.
It's really cool, man.
Yeah, I remember being at that funeral though, and they're dropping incense in the water, and these like Buddhist monk type guys, they are just repeating the same thing, but it was really peaceful, man. It was so different, and everybody's quiet. Nobody said a word. You waited your turn, then you go up there and you drop like a incense thing in the water or whatever it was. It's been a long time, but I really do remember thinking back then, about religion and stuff, and why should, my family members who they're great, peaceful, good-hearted people, like. Then you have, I'm not trying to bash any religion, but you have certain religions that'll say, you have to do something this way or you're going to burn in hell for the rest of your life. And I remember being a kid, like really conflicted about things like that. Can you guys relate to that? I don't know.
I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna mention that I was just listening to Ryan's podcast, Bledsoe Said So, and that like his study in college was, like historical religions and stuff like that. So
yeah, theology and stuff.
yeah, so he knows more than like probably more than like pastors and stuff. Like he knows a lot of history, and he'll flat out tell you the same thing.
Yeah, Ryan's smart. Yeah, that's the other thing. I don't mean to jump on Chris's story.
No, go ahead.
I hate feeling like I'm bringing him in so much, but they are a part of my story. But Chris, I don't know if you noticed, he used to be a deacon at a Pentecostal church, and his whole family, they were like really deep into that. And I mean, he's still, like he loves Jesus and everything now, but his church ostracized him. They, thought he was messing with the devil. They caught them throwing holy water out on his yard, I think at like 4 o'clock in the morning, or like when he was supposed to be asleep. His wife wanted to get him exorcised or an exorcism, like really thought that it was a demon.
Yeah.
And Chris is conflicted about that, thinking, why would demons heal me from my Crohn's disease, which is an uncurable disease, and he thought these beings of light, he looked at them like they're angels, but I'm getting at with this.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like what I was going through as a kid too, with like the whole being conflicted with religion thing, because I had family members who are different religions. I didn't plan on getting on this subject, but I think that's why I'm open-minded the way that I am. But I need to go back before I branch off and start talking about that for an hour. Yeah.
It's easy to do.
Yeah, it definitely is, especially when you're having flashbacks and getting memories flooded. But almost exactly a year from that dream that I had, like almost to the day, and I know because I wrote that dream down. The dream I just told you guys, I still remember it, like I almost said word for word. Well, I do remember word for word because I wrote it down, but I remember every detail of that dream. Excuse me, but I wrote it down. I wrote down the date, and it was almost exactly a year from me having that dream where my grandfather said everything was going to be okay.
Yeah.
That I graduated high school. Me and my best friend, we were going to do the buddy program together, going to the military. We were still deciding what branch we wanted to join, but we talked to a recruiter, a military recruiter. It might have been Air Force. I'm sorry, we talked to a few recruiters, but it was literally an hour after we got off the phone with that recruiter. He told us to come to the office the next morning. We went to go pick up his little sister from work. She was working at Domino's Pizza, and coming home, not even 100 yards from his driveway, go around this curve. I remember just hearing my best friend, say, "Oh shit," and looking forward, and for like a, split moment, I saw this big white pickup truck and everything just went black. And I woke up and didn't know where I was, didn't know what was going on. It felt like I was in a dream, Excuse me. I knew something wasn't right because I was crunched up like a pretzel, literally. You guys noticed I had put both my feet out the passenger window just a few moments before we got hit by this truck, and this truck flipped over us. And when it did, either the truck or the car door just being crushed, it almost tore off my right foot. I mean, literally almost tore it off. And I remember waking up, and the first thing I remember doing was, I haven't gotten into detail like I'm about to with you guys before on this show, any of the shows. First thing I remember doing is like looking at the trees and just thinking like, what the fuck is going on? Where am I? And I remember like spitting out a couple of my teeth and coughing, and like when I cough, like I literally cough like a cloud of blood. I mean, you ever seen the movies where you see like a cloud kind of, like red cloud? It was literally like that. What was that?
Like a mist.
Yeah, like you had blood in your lungs or something.
Yeah, I did. And I think I sent you a picture too, where I got the thing I was breathing through in the hospital. Whatever it's called. It's like you're breathing out fog or whatever. It gets I had dry blood all up in my lungs where I was choking on it. But I didn't feel any pain though. So I didn't know, what was going on. I thought I might have been dreaming because I didn't feel any pain. But I just remember like being confused, thinking like, where am I? What's going on? And I realized that both my legs, they were pulled all the way up to my chest. I mean, like my knees were like up here, and this arm right here was like up against my face. And I remember Kevin, my best friend, he started talking to me, and he was like, "We're gonna get you out of here, Josh. We're gonna get you out." And I started piecing things together. I started realizing like, well, holy shit, we just got in a car accident, and I couldn't even really see my body. And I remember one of the first things that I started thinking, because my legs were pulled up to my chest, like literally my knees were up here. I mean, I was crunched up in this car. I remember thinking like, I can't see my stomach or my abdomen or anything, and I'm coughing up blood. I remember thinking like, I might have a big and I'm sorry if this is graphic for anybody listening and giving, it's hard for them to listen or anything, but I remember thinking, I might have like a huge piece of metal sticking through my abdomen or something. I had no idea, yeah, that's where I was. I had a lot of blood in my lungs. I had to use that thing for like a month. Yeah, and my jaw was wired shut. So yeah,
this one's a little graphic, but you sent it to me, so
yeah,
I'm blaming you.
You can go ahead and that's me after I woke up from the coma. So yeah, I got messed up pretty bad. I shattered my jaw. I have 3 metal plates in my jaw. I'm like a cyborg. I'm the Terminator, you guys.
Man, I would have made you get up and go to work as soon as you woke up.
Get
your ass up. Quit faking it. You ain't hurt.
Are you faking it? You faking it?
Gosh, that looks horrible, man. I don't like the
external picture. Those things right there. I don't know if I sent you. There are some pictures I didn't send you because they were a little too graphic. Those rods go all the way through my foot. There's 2 rods right there. I think I sent you another picture. Literally on one side of my heel, there's a rod that goes all the way through, and there's 2 rods down there on my foot.
What's scary is that looks like something I could have built in here.
Yeah, it's an external picture, and then up there at the top, there's rods that actually go through my leg. I guess the impact, I didn't just almost lose my foot. I broke my whole leg, my right leg bone. It split upwards though. Like imagine like if you're chopping wood, it just split straight up. Like you get what I'm saying? I'm getting tongue tied trying to say that.
Yeah.
But even I almost lost my foot. It was literally almost torn off. I remember whenever they actually got the jaws of life out and they finally got me out the car, one of the last things I remember seeing was my toes. My foot was turned around. My toes were pointing behind me, and it looked like my foot was just barely dangling on. I'm not gonna lie, it was bad. Yeah. So yeah, jaw wired shut. My jaw was wired shut for 4 months.
4 months.
4 months. Yeah. Damn, you guys! I thought I just saw an orb in my house. It's a fucking moth.
I've had a piece of dust fly in front of me before, and I'm like, "Oh, we gotta stop the podcast."
I said I quit.
Yeah, my emotions are already running high.
Yeah, you're already on high alert, so it's like,
I never know, man. I've been hearing about like shape shifting Sasquatches and shit here lately, man. Me and Sonny have.
Yeah.
100%, yeah. I never thought about the idea of Sasquatch. Yeah, there you go. That's the picture that I was looking for. You can see right there. I didn't send you a picture of the other side of my foot. That's the good side of my foot right there. But those rods are going in my foot all the way through to hold my foot in place so it could heal. And I had those rods going through my foot for half a year. That external fix here. I was in the wheelchair. I couldn't even put pressure on my foot because I had to keep that thing on.
Yeah.
That keeps it stretched and straight. That's why it's adjustable.
Yeah, Melissa. I almost died, Melissa. They it was an hour and a half that they spent cutting me out the car. They they were getting me out. I said earlier, my jaw was shattered. My foot, I broke so many bones. I almost lost my foot. It's easier just to say that. My leg was broke. My arm, the arm that I said was pushed all the way up here. I got a pretty crazy ass scar. I don't know if you guys can see that right here, but
Oh yeah.
a pretty bruised scar goes straight through my first tattoo there.
Yep.
I wasn't gonna get it filled in, but I just decided to leave it like that. I think it looks pretty badass. Yeah, that arm was broken multiple places. So I have a titanium. Oh, that's a different car accident, Chad.
Oh, that's a different car accident.
Yeah, it's the one I haven't told you about yet.
Okay. Different car accident. Yeah. That's insane.
Now, see me a picture of my hand. I also broke. So yeah, I broke multiple bones in my arm. I have a titanium rod going all the way through my arm, where that scar is. So I got the 3 plates in my jaw, rod in my arm. I thought I sent you another picture too, where my thumb was almost cut off. This God. Is the same accident, yeah.
This is right here. Jeez. If I pass out over here, it's because of these pictures. So,
dude, I sent you the most non-graphic pictures I could find. There's pictures I had to take off Facebook. I got flagged for a couple of pictures that I had on there.
Really?
Yeah, for graphic content. Yeah.
You're not allowed to post surgeries or graphic.
I like how they just bent some old paper clips into pins and shoved them through his fingers.
Yeah, it's probably $2,000, $2,000, $2,000.
He was so screwed up. They ran out of rods and they were using office materials to put it back together.
They stuck those pins in. Oh shit, dude! Damn, I just had another synchronicity, man. Fuck. Oh shit! I gotta tell y'all something real quick.
Damn. We're ready.
I'm learning shit talking to you guys, man.
You better light another cigarette.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm seriously like learning shit talking to you guys. So can you pull up that picture of my hand again? Or do you have the other picture where you can see where my thumb was about cut off, or is that the one that you just had up? Where you can see that
right here. Yeah, let me pull it back up.
I try to find the most PG-13 pictures I can find. Yeah, you can see right there that scar. That I had stitches on the other side of my hand too. The other side of my palm. My thumb was about chopped off as well.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah, it wasn't just the top of my hand. It was literally almost severed off. Yeah, and I broke almost all the bones in that hand. But the synchronicity I was about to tell you guys, and this is a little off subject, but it just came back to me. I broke almost every hand in this bone. It was a couple of years before I got in this car accident. I got a boxer's fracture. Yeah, you guys know what that is, where you break the bone in your hand under your pinky. A lot of boxers and fighters get it. I actually did. Yeah, thank you. And yeah, a lot of people tell me that. I really did almost die. They had me on life support on the helicopter and flew me to Chapel Hill. And whenever they flew me to Cape Fear first in Fayetteville, and pretty much told my family that there was a very strong chance that I would not have my foot the next time that they saw me. And I'm pretty sure that they were more worried about me just being alive the next time that they saw me. But one thing that I didn't mention to you guys, actually I'm glossing over a lot of shit. That's the whole reason I wanted to say this, because I need to get this out. So my entire family, they watched me get cut out that car for an hour and a half. Like my mother, my father, my sister, my brother-in-law, my a few other family members. They all watched me for an hour and a half. My best friend, I told you we were less than 100 yards away from pulling into his driveway. His parents, they were outside cooking on the grill. They heard this pickup truck, or they saw this pickup truck go flying by, and they heard a loud boom, and they thought that it hit a bridge right down the road. They run down to the road and see that it's not the bridge, it's a vehicle. So they run up, trying to go help. They're already calling 911. And whenever they get up there, they didn't even recognize it at first, because the car looked like a crushed can. And the truck had completely flipped and was in the woods. It like literally hit us and flipped over us and just went into the woods. And his truck had a trailer on it with like 2 or 3 lawnmowers on it at that. He was speeding, he was flying, and drunk as hell, had alcoholic beverages all in his truck and his floorboard. Hit us hard. Whenever he hit it, they gave us like the the diagram or whatever, the impact where they estimate how it went. his truck hit us and just went flying and landed upside down almost in the swamp. And the car that we were in this Impala. I'm sorry. It spun around, a few times in the road and ended up facing the opposite direction. I think like 25 yards up. So whenever Kevin and Emily, that's my best friend, and his little sister that I was driving with, whenever their parents ran down there, calling 911, they didn't even notice at first that it was their vehicle that this truck had hit, because it was just smashed up like a can. They get up to it and realize that it's their vehicle, and that it was Kevin and me and Emily. And Kevin, my best friend, he shattered. I was the only one that's pinned in the vehicle, by the way. Kevin, he shattered his kneecap. He's got a fake kneecap now. He also broke his femur bone. That's the strongest bone in your body.
Yeah.
Has some other. Yes, I've heard it's like hardened concrete. His little sister, she was in the back seat. And one crazy thing, I haven't mentioned this to many people, she was supposed to be in the front seat that day. And I don't remember why, but I got in the front seat instead. What it was it was supposed to just be Kevin going to pick up his little sister. I wasn't even supposed to be with him. I was originally going to go to the gym and meet up with Kevin later. And I was like, fuck Kevin, let's go pick up your little sister and we'll go to a party or something. So if Kevin would have drove without me, his little sister, who's only like, God, even today, she's probably like maybe 100 pounds. If she's petite, really tiny girl, if she would have been in that front seat, if I wouldn't have gone with them, I'm pretty sure she would not have made it,
Yeah.
I think about it because, it's the same time, like he was going to more than likely that accident would have happened with or without me, because he was on his way home picking up Emily from work. The only thing that would have been is me not being in the vehicle. And I think about that all the time, and Emily does too. She's mentioned it to me before. And I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm rambling about a lot of this. Sorry.
No, you're fine, dude. I'm getting Melissa's over here sending me medical pictures that she had a dental hook stuck in her foot.
I'm sitting back being quiet because I've wrecked so many motorcycles. Yeah, you're making me hurt. You're making me feel those old wounds.
Oh,
look, it's so bad for me. You can actually see, like, you see how these are scars right here?
Yeah.
That's the shape of the motorcycle helmets, man. That's from me hitting the ground so many times.
Yeah, that's a good thing you had a helmet on, man. I know.
All these. This is from hitting the. Yeah,
I used to want a motorcycle so bad, man. But I had a great friend, one of my good friends in high school. He ended up getting killed. He was on a motorcycle and he was drunk, but that didn't have anything to do with it. He hit the deer. It didn't even have anything to do with him being drunk. A deer just ran out from him. He hit the deer, and he went flying, and he ended up dying on a helicopter. And when I was in the fire department for 4 years, I seen a couple people. They didn't pass away, but this one dude, you just reminded me of. He was speeding like hell on his little crotch rocket, and I don't know how he lived. He barely had a scratch on him. I don't know if he was on meth or something. I don't know. Oh no, I'm sorry. I take that back. His femur bone is sticking out of his leg. I'm sorry. There's two different motorcycles. Yeah, there's two different motorcycle accidents that I'm thinking of when I was on the fire department. Yeah, this guy in particular though, and I'm going to get back to the subject of my accident. I got to say this now because Sonny made me think of it. This dude was going like over 100 miles an hour on his crotch rocket, and he flew like almost 75 yards up, man. And I think the only thing that saved him is that he was mainly, I guess, in the grass on the ditch. Like he wasn't, rolling the pavement. But whenever we pulled up there, pulled up on the scene, he was just sitting in the ditch, like just, sitting there like this, like nothing was wrong. He was shaking his head, you could tell that, reality hit him. But we walked up to him, and I remember going up to him saying, are you okay? Asking him, I don't remember exactly what I said, but I remember I didn't notice it at first. And he was talking to me so calm. He was like, yeah, man, I can't believe this is happening. He was like, I need to do something about this. And he looked down. I looked at his his femur bone was sticking through his fucking pants leg, his jeans sticking straight through. I looked down, I was like, oh God. And I was like, yeah, so yeah. Yeah, sorry, you just made me think
Get you a
about
Band-Aid.
that. Yeah, rub some dirt in it, you'll be all right. Yeah.
That's what
sorry.
FAP's official advice was to do that, actually. Rub some dirt on it and walk it off.
That's funny. That's synchronicity. Yeah.
You know what's weird about that is I've wrecked lots of times. It's the dirt bikes that got me. That's the dirt bike helmet scars. But yeah,
Oof.
and never really got hurt. I've wrecked street bikes, my Harleys and stuff. I've wrecked crotch rockets. I've wrecked a Harley a few times in front of my wife once, and she said, "I don't even know how you're alive." She said, "You just hit the ground and skipped across the road like you were a rock." And then she said, I never quit moving because I go into a ball. I'll slide on my leathers on my back, and I use my elbows to turn me around and steer me. So I was sliding across the ground like that, and I spun around and flipped over and landed on my feet and ran straight back towards the bike. So
my Harley.
You think you're not hurt. Now, this is what happened to me. I've wrecked so many times and had so many concussions that now that I'm older, I have this thing called CTE or no CT said
for your head, yeah.
Yeah, it's concussion trauma syndrome. And it's weird. I get this thing in the back of my neck and I have to like it's a weird feeling, man.
Boxers and football players are getting.
Yeah.
What football players get. That's what I got. And I didn't play football.
Yeah, I know. I didn't hear what you said at first. Yeah, damn that sucks, man. Wait, so does it is that also where like you're at risk that if you get another concussion, it could, I don't even want to say that, man. I don't want to put that out there.
No.
Okay.
Nah.
I know.
No, but I didn't think I'd had that many, and when the doctor found out, they freaked out. They said you had over 15 concussions, and I was like, yeah, because my friends did it too. You know, it wasn't just me. We knew what we were doing.
Wow.
You just got sick. That was it. You just got kind of sick to your stomach, and you had it for a couple days, and then it went away. We didn't know we were hurting ourselves long term back then.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I got a friend who's had so many concussions. He's got what you're just describing. What is it? What is it called again?
Trauma syndrome. So it's CTS.
Yeah. But he also, I guess, because his was so bad, the doctor straight up told him, and he might have just been saying this to him. He said, if you get another concussion, it could be your last. So that's why I asked that, you know. But I didn't want to put that out there, man. That's a horrible thing to put out there. But man, I've gotten so off subject from what I was talking about. But man, I guess I'm too comfortable with you guys, man. But,
no such thing as too comfortable. What's up, Dom? Thanks for hanging out with us.
Oh yeah. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was talking earlier about my family. They watched me get cut out this car for an hour and a half. My friends, you know, their family was there obviously because they, you know, ran down there to the scene. I didn't feel any pain. I only remember like bits and pieces of this because I need to go back to this before I gloss over it like I did last time. I really do remember thinking at one point though, like what is about to happen? And before this, I was I was a teenager. I was like one of those, I guess, kind of like angsty. I wasn't like like golfed or anything. I was just like the outcast, you know, in school. I got along with everybody, you know, like as long as people were cool or respectful to me, I had friends that were in, you know, pretty much every clique. I had like redneck friends, you know, rocker, golf friends, preppy kids, you know, jock friends, just, you know, that's just kind of guy I was, you know, if you were respectful, I'd be respectful to you. But, I don't even know why I just got on that subject. I'm sitting here. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I was conflicted about whether I believed in an afterlife before I got in this accident, like whether I believe in God or not. It's something, I hadn't really wrapped my head around, I guess. But whenever I was in this car accident and had this near-death experience, it's, you know how people say like, feels like time slows down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only remember like little pieces. It did not feel like an hour and a half at all. It felt like minutes to me, you know, like maybe 5 minutes. But those 5 minutes I remember perfectly. But I remember that feeling like I've heard people say like time slows down, and I remember whenever my best friend, said that he's going to get me out, and I remember seeing the firefighters coming up, and everybody, I could see like the panic on it. I remember looking at people and like looking at the emotion on their face. If that makes any sense. Like I remember my best friend. I remember the way he looked, and I remember thinking to myself like, this about this might be it, because I could tell just by like the fear on his face, like everybody that I remember seeing, that because I was the one that was stuck, Now Emily, my best friend's little sister, she was already she was unconscious. We all lived, but she didn't have a seatbelt on. Me and Kevin both did have a seatbelt on, but she bounced up and hit the roof of the car. As we were thinking, she broke almost every one of her ribs and shattered her pelvic bone. They had to remove her spleen as well. But she's doing great now. She's just had her second kid, I believe.
That's great to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, she's doing really great now. Yeah, I'm so happy for her. She's like they're all like family to me. Kevin and Emily, after this car accident, I mean, we were already close before then. And another synchronicity that happened before I even knew what a synchronicity was. My best friend's parents, my best friend I was in this car accident with, and I didn't notice until after I started hanging out with Kevin for a little bit. Turned out that his parents used to hang out with my mom back when she was in high school. Isn't that crazy? Like literally, yeah, and lived on the same street. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, and I didn't even notice. I'd been hanging out with Kevin for like half a year, and one day Kevin just shows me a picture of his mom, and my mom's got like the 80s hair, and his mom I think had like Iron Maiden or yeah, I don't know. It's just that crazy synchronicity shit. But so we were already like family, but at this car accident, this near death experience, we really became close like family. I still look at them like family today. But what I was getting at, because I'm sitting here having flashbacks literally talking to you guys. I really remember seeing that look on everybody's face, like, this is serious. And I remember telling Kid, I remember first off thinking to myself, like, what's about to happen? Am I about to die? I remember thinking to myself, am I going to go to heaven or hell? And I remember just thinking, like, I'm not a bad person. Like, I seriously remember thinking this in my head.
Wow.
Like, I remember thinking, I'm not a bad person. And like, I felt that in my heart. And I was thinking to myself, like, whatever's about to happen, I feel like it's going to be okay. And just, I apologize, you guys. I'm trying to get choked up talking about this.
That's okay, dude.
Like,
I told you how often I get choked up. It doesn't take anything for me to get choked up.
Yeah,
so you're fine, man.
I haven't gotten this deep in this in a while either.
Yeah.
Sorry, I normally don't chain smoke this bad, man.
I'm gonna send you a vape pen.
I've been smoking my pipe too while he's talking.
Yeah.
My vape pen just ran out. My best friend, he had said something to me about that he was going to get me out. I remember, I remember first off my jaw being shattered. I remember I couldn't close my mouth. That sounds really, like I knew I was fucked up. Like I knew that my legs were pulled out. I knew I was stuck. I knew I couldn't shut my mouth. It just felt like my mouth was hanging down because literally, I went to UNC Chapel Hill, and here in North Carolina, and professional surgeon had been doing jaw surgeries. I can't remember. There's the actual. I think it's like ear, nose, or something like that. But he'd been doing it for like 20 years and said that I had one of, if not the worst jaw break that he'd ever seen in his life. I'm sure you guys can tell just looking. My jaw is all off. Even I've got 2 huge metal plates on this side and a big metal plate on this side. And Kevin, he had said something to me about him getting me out, or about they were going to get me out. And I just remember saying, trying to talk, I couldn't talk really good because of my mouth, but I got it out. I remember saying like, no, this is it. And I'd say it like in a calm way. I wasn't freaking out. I wasn't screaming. I wasn't crying. I didn't mean to be on this subject for so long. I feel like I've been talking about this for an hour. But
No, you're fine, man.
I
Keep
felt
going.
like I was really accepting it. And from what I heard, his mom almost fainted whenever I said this, that I was going to die. I mean,
You said that out loud?
Yeah, yeah. I said that. Yeah, I said I'm not going to make it. Something like I don't. I only remember bits and pieces. You know, I don't. There might have been other things that I said that I don't remember, but the one part that I do remember is whenever the calmness hit me. You know, there might have been something I don't remember where I was. You know, like you know, panicking or something. I don't know, or I just know my pain receptors completely shut down, and I remember feeling that calmness like take over me. I remember being like a little God, how do I say this? I remember like feeling a panic start to come over me for a minute, and that's whenever I was thinking, you know, what it is, am I about to go to heaven or hell, or is everything just going to go to black? You know, I was really thinking this, like when I was stuck in the film, I remember thinking like, what's about to happen? Because in my head, like I was, like I already knew that was it. That's what I was believing in that moment. Like this is it. You know, what's about to happen next? I really remember thinking this.
This is when you're still in the car.
Yes, this is when I'm in the car when they were before they even started cutting me out. This is
Wow, man.
before they even got Kevin in the ambulance. So yeah, I remember that. I remember thinking that, and then there's like little pieces of memories that I do have here and there. I remember asking one of the firefighters, "Am I going to die?" And I asked him calmly too. I remember he looked perfectly too. I remember him cutting me out. I could see that panic on his face, like I told you guys about. And another crazy synchronicity, that same firefighter that cut me out, I actually ended up serving on same volunteer fire department with him 5 years later.
Oh, wow.
There's 3 fire departments that came to my car accident. It was bad. It was also right on the county line of Shaw Mill and Bladen County. I mean, Bladen County and Cumberland County. So, you know, multiple fire departments came, but it took them, you know, over an hour and a half to cut me out. And then, you know, it takes them a long time to clean up everything. And they had the road shut down and everything. But yeah, I'm not going to say his name out loud, but I actually ended up meeting him like 5 or 6 years later. And I ended up thanking him, you know, for cutting me out and staying calm and everything. But
Yeah.
I straight asked him, I said, you know, I said, am I going to die? And I was calm. I wasn't freaking out or anything. But whenever I said that to him, I remember seeing like his face, like his eyes just kind of like, you know, I think he probably thinking in his head, like he couldn't believe that I asked him that the way that I asked him. Cause it's like I was just asking him a question, like I'm talking to you guys right now. And he said, not on my watch. I remember that so perfectly. He looked at me, he said, not on my watch. And then he just kept, you know, doing everything he could to get me cut out. They cut off the roof of the car. They put like these earmuffs on me, you know, and the glasses and everything. I remember sparks flying everywhere and stuff, but it's just little pieces of memories that I have from being in the car. But those pieces are just super vivid. Like I remember them perfectly. And like I said, my family watched this for an hour and a half, and then they took me to Cape Fear in Fayetteville. As soon as they got me there, they realized that I was way too severe, that they needed to send me to a better hospital. So they put me on a, oh yeah, goddamn. Sorry, I have not told you guys this either. They put me on a helicopter, but before they did, they let a couple of my family members come see me real quick before they put me on a helicopter. And when I think about that now, I feel like they might have been doing that because they might have thought that, you know, that might have been the last time that they were going to see me. Because they had me on life support whenever I was on the helicopter. Crazy thing, I had a necklace with a cross on it, and this necklace, it was destroyed whenever I was in the car accident, whenever I got hit by a drunk driver. But there was a piece of this necklace stuck on my chest, like by the blood. The blood had kind of like glued it on my chest, I guess. My mother, she grabbed that piece of that necklace and she kept it.
Wow,
and,
dude.
Yeah, it's sorry, my cigarette went out. It's not another cigarette, same one.
That's insane that the necklace broke and it was kind of just embedded, not really embedded, but it was just stuck there from the blood.
Yeah, it was stuck because Yeah, I don't think I had a shirt on. I think I just had swimming trunks. I know I was barefooted whenever I got to the car accident. No, I had an open and button up shirt. Yeah. It was just like stuck to my chest by the blood, and my mom grabbed it. But yeah, after that they went ahead and told my family, your son, there's a good chance he's not gonna have his foot next time you see him. Now I'm gonna move on from this subject here in a minute, but I guess this is like the biggest thing about my life, really. So I lived, obviously, but they had me in a coma for a week and flew me to Chapel Hill, and they tried to wake me up one time before I actually was fully awake, and I don't remember this at all, but this means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to my mother. I couldn't say anything. My jaw had been wired shut, but they let my mother and I believe somebody else come try to talk to me, like when they first woke me up out of the coma, or tried to wake me up from the coma, and I was in too much pain. They said, so they put me back in a drug-induced coma. But whenever they did this, I couldn't say anything, but they said it looked like I was trying to say something, and I have no memory of this at all. But I do have the piece of paper. My mother has a piece of paper. I had to use my left hand, obviously, because I'd almost had my right finger cut off, and almost every bone in it broken. Yeah, guys, I broke almost every bone on the right side of my body. But they gave me a pen and a pen and sheet of paper in my left hand, and no memory of this at all. But they said it just, they said I was acting like I was trying to say something, even though I was in a lot of pain. With my left hand, I wrote "I love you" on a piece of paper that my mother gave me, and it's super sloppy. I have no memory of it, and damn, I'm trying not to tear up right now talking about this shit, man. Yeah, my mother still has that, and I mean, it looks like a kindergartner wrote it, But yeah, I have no memory of that at all. But I guess I was just in too much pain, so they put me back in a drug-induced coma after that. Damn, guys, sorry. I need to move on from.
Yeah, you gotta get off that topic. Next.
Yeah, definitely sorry. Yeah, so I woke up and spent a month in the hospital. You guys seen all those pictures?
Yeah.
They told me that I'll be in a wheelchair for a year. I got out of the wheelchair in 6 months because they told me also that I would more than likely be on a cane within like 4 or 5 years. And I remember like being in a hospital bed. I told them no, so that's not going to happen. And I don't know what, in my state of mind when I was in the hospital bed, I was sitting there telling myself like, no, I'm still going to join the military. I'm like, I don't know. I just I was shocked that I was actually alive, to be honest. I remember whenever I first woke up, I remember looking at my foot and like being shocked that I still had my foot, because that was the last thing I remember before before I went under, was when they pulled me out the car, like looking straight down and seeing my toes pointing behind me. That was the last thing I remember. And then next thing I know, I wake up and a week of my life is gone. And when I woke up, I see all these rods sticking out my leg, and I'm like, damn, I still got a foot, I'm not on a cane today at all. It's been 11 years. Like I said, I got out the wheelchair in 6 months. It swells. I do have arthritis pretty bad, but God, I stayed on that subject for so long. I did not mean to do that, guys.
You're okay,
really
dude.
That.
So you get cut out, and then you're at the hospital just chilling, and you're like in and out of it.
I could do a whole another podcast about the hallucinations I had from the fentanyl and all kinds of shit that had me on whenever I woke up in the hospital. But no, I need to move on from that, man. This podcast is just going to end up being about my near-death experience, to be honest. But I see we've already been on here for like 3 hours, really. Yeah, shit. I really didn't plan on doing this, but
it's okay.
That whole near-death experience like completely changed my life. It changed the way that I look at everything. It changed my beliefs on God. It got me into quantum physics, because of the fact that the doctor said that I was going to be on a cane within 5 years. I told him no, so I started getting into this mind over matter, consciousness stuff, and I started like getting deep into it. Like when I was in the hospital, like actually in a hospital bed, I never even heard of quantum physics before. I feel today like it was put there for a reason. I don't even remember, like it came up on the laptop somehow. Like my mother gave me a laptop, and with my one good hand, I just remember like searching through things, and I came across this somehow and started learning about, like law of attraction. Dr. Joe Dispenza. If anybody listening knows who he is, he really inspired me whenever I was in there, because he went through a really traumatic situation where he shouldn't be walking. He had his spine broken. They told him he was going to be paralyzed for the rest of his life. Do you have a limp or anything? Sometimes, whenever it's cold or storming, and sometimes. A lot of time though, you can't tell. Most time people tell me that they have no idea, or I mean that they can't tell at all that I almost lost my foot. Whenever
That's
I
so
tell
cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went from seeing your toes facing the other direction to now you can just
severed
walk.
like halfway. Yeah. Not just like facing the other direction, but like severed like almost halfway through. And when I say severed, that makes it sound like cut. It wasn't a clean cut. It was like, I don't know, it's really graphic. It's like it was torn, like almost. That's horrible, really. But yeah, that's what happened to me. A lot of time I can walk around, and you have no idea that happened to me. There are days that it swells up really bad, and sometimes it does hurt, but I've learned to put it in the back of my mind. And I struggled with that a lot, off and on. It led to like really bad depression for a few years, really. I ended up fighting addiction painkillers because doctors were just shoving painkillers down my throat left and right, which I understand. I broke the whole right side of my body, And I was 18 years old at the time. I didn't know anything about like withdrawals or anything like that. I remember the first time I tried to quit taking the fentanyl and stuff that they had me on. I'm sitting there shaking, having cold shakes and not knowing what's going on, and calling my mom and telling her, like, well, what is this? I'm cold, but I'm sweating and stuff. And she's like, sounds like you're withdrawing, Josh. Sorry, what's that say? Dispenza. Yeah, I love Joe Dispenza. He, I've read a couple of his books. Was it You Are the Placebo? Was that? Oh, hey, Tammy. You Are the Placebo. And, oh God, there's another one that I've read that I absolutely love. I have it in my room right now, actually. Like the first big book that I've ever read.
I was just gonna say, man, I'm doing this podcast and I'm so bad at reading books. I've probably read 2 or 3 books my whole life. I'm kind of jealous. I need to get more into reading.
Yeah. So, but before we end this almost 3-hour podcast that ended up just being about my near-death experience, I apologize, but
I like Melissa. She says, "Who cares? You've got the floor."
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, this is supposed to be like kind of a testimony thing about everything. I didn't expect it to be about this one part of my life, but
that just gives us more to talk about on Tuesday.
Yeah, I really appreciate it, guys. If anybody's listening to this that doesn't know this, the reason that I believe in God today, or I'm not religious, but I definitely believe that there's an afterlife, and I'm so into synchronicities and stuff. That's awesome, man. Glad to hear everything is pretty much back to normal. Oh, it's better. I look at that accident now as probably the best thing that ever happened to me. Even though for so long, like it, God, at one time it almost had me. I'm not gonna say I was suicidal, but I was so depressed at one time that I didn't care about. Like I woke up miserable. It's almost like I didn't want to wake up. I just hated being alive. There was one point, and I mean, after my car accident, just because of the pain that I was in, when I was still fighting all this, the depression and addiction and stuff, I just went through some really dark stuff. But it ended up making me who I am, really, especially the quantum physics stuff, and that ended up leading to spirituality for me. But anybody's listening that doesn't know this, minutes, if not seconds before I got hit by this drunk driver, I put both my feet out the window of this car that I was in the passenger seat, and the truck hit. It crushed me. I mean, it crushed the car in on my side, and that's what about tore off my foot. The truck flipping over us, but the glove compartment was pushed all the way up against me tight. So it turned out if my legs would have been inside the car, they would have been completely crushed. and I would have most likely died. I'm pretty sure I would have definitely died.
Was that did you hear a voice or anything, or what was that got you to stick your feet out?
On that stair thing, I can't think of any other time that I've done it in my entire life. I don't know. I guess intuition,
especially-
maybe it was my guardian angel, my grandfather. I have no idea, but
especially being 6'2", that's not something that somebody that tall, it's not even really easy to do. I mean,
yeah, I remember leaning my seat back. I remember literally grabbing underneath the seat, lean the seat back as far as I could, and I leaned the seat all the way back. And I just remember like just kicking back like that and just throwing both my feet out, and I had my feet crossed. And I remember just looking at the trees, and I swear it feels like it wasn't even like 30 seconds. I remember looking at trees go by. It was such a nice summer day. The sun was just about to go down. And right whenever I started looking at trees after I put my feet out the window is when Kevin says, "Oh shit." And I look at him. He grasped the wheel and like his eyes are big. And then I look forward and I see that white pickup truck for like half a second and everything went black. And yeah, I can't think of any other time in my life that I put my feet out the window. That something made me do that. Somebody told me to do that. You know, maybe it's my great grandfather or my grandfather.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, was the great grandfather.
Yeah,
that's cool, man. That's cool that somebody was watching out for you. DJ said that you're definitely not alone. He's been down some dark roads as well. So
yeah, definitely. Josh,
Yep.
I don't know
I've got hit by a car before, Josh, driving with no lights on. Somebody else was driving the truck I was in. All I remember is it flipping over and us sliding upside down. And we took out 2 standpipes and 2 trees. And upside down, we did this sliding. And I remember upside down sliding with my seatbelt on and thinking, uh-oh, because we're going into the orchard upside down. And when the dirt hit the windshield, because it was no windshield because we were upside down. So when it hit where the window was, remember that dirt flying in, and it knocked me smooth out. That dirt hit me so hard it knocked me out. I woke up upside down in the truck hanging from a seatbelt, and then pushed the button, click, and fell onto the roof. Bang!
Oh my god!
It was smashed down, so it wasn't too far away, but I still fell into it. Yeah, it was horrible.
Wow. Hey, Chad, can you pull up that deal? So yeah, you guys, I've had multiple near-death experiences. That is the most major one. The first one really. Can you pull up that other total car that I sent you? What you just said, Sonny, about the dirt, man, I know exactly how you feel. So about 3 or 4 years ago now, about 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah. And then there's a picture of me where I got like a little cut in between my eyes. That was, yeah.
I see the dirt.
Yeah, there's the dirt right here.
So hard. I remember I couldn't see, man. Like I was blind. I was blind. So this is about 3 or 4 years ago. I had a donut on that car. I had just blown out a tire, and I threw on a donut, and it was thunderstorming really bad, and I hydroplaned. The car started spinning, and it hit this ditch, and it rolled over, I'd say at least 3 or 4 times. And what Sonny just said about the dirt, it's exactly what happened to me. It hit that windshield. This car flipped. It didn't straight up just roll over. Like, it flipped, and that dirt smacked me so fucking hard. Sonny's telling the truth, and it is like you getting hit by a giant, man. I swear, like, it knocked me out, but it almost did. I remember, like, I was blind for a minute. I ended up in the front yard of a RN, and she happened to be a registered nurse, and the car landed back upright, and my door was jammed shut. I had to get out on the passenger side, and whenever I got out, and I mean, I was feeling around trying to get out, like I could barely see. I was trying to get the dirt out of my eyes and shit, and this lady, she was a registered nurse. She came out there, and I remember pulling up my shirt and like checking to see if I was like had any major injuries. All I did, I just hydroplaned. I didn't do anything wrong. It was just, the donut blew out. Sorry, too. I forgot to tell you guys that the donut blew. I mean, like literally the donut. Like I remember hearing the donut blow out, and I just, I fishtailed is what I really did. And when I fishtailed, I hit the side of the ditch, the curb, and the car just started flipping. And all I came out with was that glass cut, and I sent you another picture where I'm got blood coming down in between my eyes.
Yeah, this one right here.
All it's the only injury that I came through with that. I mean, I was totally sober. That was really just that's all. If you look at that picture, that yeah, I look miserable in that fucking picture, man.
You're like, I can't believe you're like, I'm done hitting the road. I'm done.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, at first, yeah, they're about 10 years apart though. Those two accidents, man. First one was not my fault at all. I don't think that one was my fault either, man. I think that was just, I don't know, maybe it was fate or bad luck, whatever you want to call it. But if you look back at that picture where the windshield busted, like Sonny was saying, the dirt coming through, that glass is pointing inwards. And I remember like whenever I'd started getting the dirt out my eyes, I remember seeing like the glass. Yeah, see that glass right there? That's what cut me right in between my eyes. Like, can you imagine?
This year?
Yes, that's how I had to get a couple stitches right in between my eyes from that windshield.
Damn, dude.
Imagine if it would have been a little bit more, it would have like, sliced my whole face up or sliced my throat or killed me,
Yeah.
I didn't have any injuries. I was coughing up dirt, like Sonny said, man.
Weird.
Yeah.
Messed up.
Yeah.
I was in a car accident too. I just realized. I just forgot all about it, but I was in a car accident. It was a head-on where my aunt was being dumb and she pulled out onto the road when it was raining and gave it too much gas and it like fishtailed around and we were on like facing oncoming traffic. And this guy hit us at like 50 mile an hour and we were completely stopped. He hit us at 50, bounced off us and hit a tree. And I was in so much shock, dude. Like the airbag hitting you.
Oh yeah,
that
hurts.
The airbag hurts, and like it was like the crash itself, or maybe the airbag itself was so loud that my ears were ringing. And I was
airbag.
I
Yeah.
was some airbag didn't knock you out.
Yeah, I mean, like I just like it was like it never even happened. I opened up the car door, got out. There was a party store right next to the car accident. I got out and walked into the party store and bought a juice. And I set it up on the counter, and the guy running the store was like, "Were you just in that accident?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "You might want to look at your face, dude. I had glass like embedded into my face, and blood was dripping down my face." He's like, "You need to go back out to that accident scene, dude. You need to wait on the cops and everything. You need to get back out there." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Fuck you, give me my juice.
Yeah, give me my juice, dude. I've been through a lot today. You need to give me some juice.
Give me my juice and put some vodka in it, fucker.
Sounds like we all need to just start taking Ubers.
I'll tell you right now, I damn sure prefer the motorcycle wrecks over that dirt hitting me in the face.
Yeah.
I don't like wrecking cars or trucks. That shit ain't fun.
Yeah, cars will hold you in.
Just a second. I gotta get, my charger. From Mother Vape.
Ben's texted me. He said he'd be here, but he's got a busy morning with the baby.
I know we're getting close to 3 hours, guys. I didn't mean to talk all about that. I wanted to talk about some other shit too, but
you're fine. You didn't talk for 3 hours. Me and Sonny talked for an hour and a half before you got here, so it's not all. You're good, dude.
It's all right.
I still
keeping Dave entertained.
I feel like I mainly talked about that near-death experience. That's not how I planned on doing it at all, to be honest, man. I guess it's gonna be like a part 1, 2, 3, however many.
Yeah.
Chad, you're up for it.
Yeah.
I think I told you guys this. The guy who hit me, there's crazy synchronicities with his carts, and so I feel like it's fate. I believe we have free will. I think certain things in life are fate, and our destiny is determined by how we respond when fate knocks at our door. Like, I would have gotten that car accident no matter what. But this guy who hit me, he was going to run for Senate of Robeson County. He was going to be a senator. It was on the newspaper and everything. He fled the scene somehow. They got him in the ambulance, hooked him up with IV and everything. And I don't know if it's because everybody's more concerned with getting me cut out the car, but somehow or another he got out the ambulance and got into the woods and ran away. And they found him the next day. Excuse me. But he had already got his lawyers to switch over all his assets to where pretty much we got the least amount of money possible from him. Now his career, as far as being a senator, that was ruined. After that. I want to go over a couple other synchronicities. Would you real quick? Do I have time to say a couple things? I'm
Yeah,
trying
dude.
to make man. So first off, my best friend. I shouldn't be saying this, but he's not. I doubt he's going to end up watching this podcast. And really, I don't care anyways, man.
We're
It
very
happened.
unpopular.
No, shit. I mean, it might blow up. People might go back and watch this one day, man.
You never know.
So my best friend that I was in this car accident with, he's the same person that I had my first UFO sighting with at the Cape Fear River about 5 or 6 years ago. It was me and him. We were at the Cape Fear River fishing, and you guys know this. It was a simple sighting, the very first one I had. It looked like a bright star, a super bright star up in the sky. This is whenever UFOs are not even a possible reality for me. And I remember him saying something about it, and I said, it's probably just Jupiter or Venus or some shit. And we sat there and catfished for like 15 minutes. And in the middle of a sentence while I'm talking to him, I was looking straight up at this star, or supposed star. I didn't know that he was, but it goes from sitting stationary to just curving off like backwards C shape and just like gone. Like vanish. It did so fast, blink of an eye. And I just quit talking and froze. And I remember immediately trying to rationalize, thinking like, okay, my eyes are fucking with me. And Kevin goes like, dude, did you just fucking see that? And as soon as he said that, my hairs on my arms just totally stood up. And I was just in shock for a moment. But we talked about it for a minute that night, and then honestly left it alone. And because I thought UFOs were as real as a tooth fairy. And
I like that.
Yeah, that's how I was. I'm serious. I didn't bring it up to anybody for like 5 or 6 years, and then it was the beginning of this year. You guys noticed I saw the Pentagon UAP reports for the first time. I guess I was living under a rock, and as soon as I saw that Tic Tac video for the first time with David Fravor, the way that video that Tic Tac is just sitting stationary and it shoots off, it's like a switch just like flipped in my head immediately, and I really remember thinking in my head like, "Holy shit, this is real." And after that, man, dude, everything this past year has changed for me, man. My whole life.
I think we owe a lot to David Fravor, man.
Yeah,
we owe a lot to Fravor because that's what got me looking up like UFO Garage and Spaced Out Radio. Because when I saw that Fravor video, I was like, "This is real." Like,
well, who's responsible for getting David Fravor's video out though? Like all three of those main videos, the guy who's actually like was behind the scenes getting all out, Tom DeLonge, the lead singer of Blink-182.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's been obsessed with UFOs for a long time. He ended up. I know people are like have mixed feelings about it, but he got the whole To the Stars Academy or whatever together, and they got those videos out. And Tom DeLonge saw his first UFO with Chris Bledsoe. I know that for a fact now. I think Ryan just said it on the podcast. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah.
So Tom DeLonge he never even had a sighting before that, before he went out there.
No, I don't think he did. No, and they weren't even on Chris's property. Chris was somewhere else with Tom DeLonge, and I believe they were talking about they've been supposed to make a movie about Chris Bledsoe for years and years now. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm gonna tell you, Chris, the lady. You guys know about the lady, right? And I'm gonna get off of Chris Bledsoe. So he's got the message that he's supposed to tell that story the way that it happened and keep everything exactly like that. There's been people, going to try to go forward with making his movie, and everyone to alter the script and add stuff in it. And I think Tom DeLonge was one to add like little horror elements to it. I heard it might have been a reptilian type shit or something demonic, and Chris turned it down, but I think that's what Chris and Tom DeLonge were discussing. I could be wrong about that. I know they did discuss that, but I don't know if that's what they discussed when he had his first sighting. But yeah, he definitely did though. I've heard that from them myself now.
That's cool.
Yeah, he definitely. I'm trying to remember where they were at, but I don't know what the craft looked like or whatever that they saw. But I think Ryan also just said that on his podcast too. I'm sorry, I'm getting so tongue tied because I feel like there's some major shit that I was wanting to tell y'all guys. I'm gonna have to get in a different podcast.
Yeah, dude, that's great.
Just
Yeah.
what's she saying down there?
She doesn't know Chris.
Oh, y'all got you gotta look into Chris Bledsoe. He's amazing dude. Really is. He's such a humble guy. I went to school with his kids. Ryan has his own podcast. Bledsoe Said So. I know Ryan. I went to school with him, but I was more friends with Chris Jr. Ryan did have a couple classes with my sister, and
yeah, Ryan, Melissa, I would highly suggest going on YouTube or whatever podcast app you use and search Bledsoe Said So, and that's Ryan's podcast that he runs, and they will pretty much cover everything for you.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, this is what I was wanting to get out with you guys, since I made this was supposed to be more of my story, and ended up just being about the near-death experience. The guy who hit me, you guys know this, lives across the street from my mother today. Didn't live across the street from her originally, but the man who almost killed me about 4 or 5 years later, my mother started dating this guy who, even more of a synchronicity I didn't even know until talking to you guys earlier today. This guy used to be the stepfather of that guy I told you I beat the crap out of whenever. Guys, I'm wrapping my head around shit talking to you guys. That's why I've been everywhere.
Wait, the guy that almost killed you is the stepdad of the kid that you beat up?
No, the guy who almost killed me lives across the street from the stepdad of the guy that I beat up back when I was a teenager. Remember I told you all those guys broke in my house whenever I was babysitting my little sister? Yeah, that guy. Yeah, his former stepfather, his mother passed away. Years later, David, which that's my first name too. That's my dad's first name is David. David ended up getting together with my mother, and David was the former I mean, he still is kind of like a stepfather to Jerry. Gosh, I should have said his name. The kid that I beat up back in the day. I don't know what word would you call that? Sorry, if your spouse passes away and you have a stepchild, like that's still your stepchild, right? I'm trying to piece this together.
Yeah, I would assume.
Yeah, they just have a really rocky relationship. But yeah,
we talked about that before, and I made the connection how you've always had like good on one side and bad on the other. Like
that's what I'm thinking right now, man. That's why I keep getting scrambled brain, man. I'm talking to you guys like I didn't even piece it together that my mother's boyfriend now, his stepson broke in my house back in the day, and that's what made me want to join the military. And God, it's like all this shit piecing together, man. You guys are a piece of the puzzle now, too, man. You're helping me piece it together.
That cracks me up, dude. Remind me to never go to North Carolina.
Yeah, I'm still learning. I'm still figuring out, but you guys are helping me figure it out. But yeah, the man who almost killed me, he lives across the street from my mother now. That she didn't live there until about 5 or 6 years after my near-death experience. Whenever they moved in together, I'm gonna say this real quick. I was getting off of work one day, one morning. I'd been working night shift, and I was driving to my mother's house. And this is whenever years before this, I was struggling with this depression, and I'd beaten the addiction years back, but depression and just anger. I had really bad anger issues, and I realized I held a lot of anger towards Boudreaux, the man who almost killed me. And then, like, holy shit, it's like the universe is just like almost like playing jokes on me. I'm like, are you serious? Like, I'm going to go see my mom, and the man who almost killed me lives across the street from her. And yeah, like you said, I pulled up, and I was battling all these demons. But I remember there was a bunch of clouds in the sky, and it's like there's one little opening in the clouds, and this beam of light, it almost seemed like it came right down on the car that I was driving. And I had this feeling, I don't know what to call it, but it really felt like something kind of took over me for a minute. I just pulled my car over to the side of the road right before I got to my mother's house. And because I had all this shit just built up inside of me, just all this negativity. I pulled out a piece of paper and a pen. And I thought I was just going to be writing this for myself, kind of like some little self-therapy type shit. I wrote down on this piece of scrap paper that I forgive this man who almost killed me, and I'm not going to let this control me for the rest of my life, and just, like kind of letting it go and stuff. And whenever I went to go pull up to my mother's house, like you said, the person who gave me life is on one side of the street. On the other side of the street is the person who almost took away my life. The person who had still been, pretty much ruining my life or the cause of me ruining my own life, because I wouldn't let it go. And like I said, I was originally just thinking I was going to write that paper for myself, but for some reason, almost like me, whenever I put my feet out the window, it's like some intuition just took over. I just decided to turn the steering wheel to the left. I pulled up in this guy's front yard, and I mean, my heart was pounding. I got out of the car and I walked up to this guy because he was outside feeding his chickens, and I'd seen him. I had this letter in my hand. I walked up to him. I actually shook his hand. I swear to God, I shook the hand of the man who almost killed me.
Wow.
And he had no idea what was going on. Like, he looked at me so confused. And I asked him, is your name Mark? But I knew exactly who he was. I'd seen his face on the newspaper and stuff. I could never forget that face. But I can't really remember what I said to him because my emotions were just going everywhere. But I just remember saying something, and I handed him the letter. And he took the letter like super confused, and I just turned around and I walked away. And I swear, it's like as soon as I turned around, before I even got to my car, like when I was walking down the road, I broke down in tears, man. And it felt like I got like 1,000 demons off of me in one moment whenever I did that. And
I can imagine, man.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest. God, I can't even explain what I felt whenever I did that. And,
huge weight off your shoulders.
And that's also the same summer that me and my best friend who I had a near-death experience with. That's the same summer that me and him had that UFO sighting. And I didn't piece that together until here recently. I'm still figuring all this shit out.
Yeah.
It makes me think of the boards where you got the strings going everywhere and everything's connected.
God, that's the image I just had in my head. That's so weird. Because I was like, man, you need to write all this down in a journal. And then in my head, I'm like, yeah, but a journal is not scattered like his thoughts are. You got to have like.
Exactly, man. I've got bullets over here, and I was looking at them, and I'm like, man, this isn't helping me at all. Like, I've got all this shit memorized. I've lived it, like.
Yeah.
Guys, I apologize. I know I've rambled so much.
No, don't be sorry, dude. That's good. I mean, we got to the point where, you made peace with the situation, and
yeah, I conquered my demons. Just yeah.
Tuesday we can go over what happened after that. After the good parts. After that, the orbs and stuff.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, that's really whenever I would say like my spiritual awakening had started. I mean, it was like starting to happen before then, but after I handed him that letter, man, whenever I got all those demons off of me, that's whenever I really started getting in touch with my spiritual side. That's, like I said, that's when I saw my first UFO with my friend who had a near-death experience. Even though back then I didn't even believe in UFOs, I didn't know what to think about it. I was still getting deep into the quantum physics back then. The whole reason I gave that man what led me to give him that letter, I was reading the Joe Dispenza book, and he does all this quantum physics stuff and, about thoughts creating reality. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm a hypocrite. I'm trying to do all this, creating my own reality, but I'm still holding on to all this anger for this man. And almost killed me. And then I feel like the universe, just like threw it in my face. It's like you need to take care of this. Like, he's across the street from my mother, and that's, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like you guys get where I'm going with this, right?
Absolutely, dude. I mean, if you had to keep going over there and knowing that he was over there, I mean, that had to have, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, definitely.
That's cool that you had the balls to like, or whatever, to do that. That's crazy. But you had to do it, and now you feel a whole lot better.
Yeah, definitely. And I know some people might be watching this and thinking, oh, he's still I'm not holding on to all this shit. I'm really figuring a lot of shit out talking to you guys, but
Josh doesn't hold on to much anymore. he lets us all know about it, which is awesome. That's what he needs to be doing. So
yeah, I'm not even used to getting all this shit out like I am with you guys right now. That's kind of why I've just been a little everywhere with it. But like you said, it might be scattered, but it's all going the same place, man. Even if it didn't quite get there until the next podcast. Or honestly, I think I'm going to keep learning. The more that I talk to you guys, like you said about we're learning more about ourselves by talking to each other. It's I really believe that. I mean, dude, I pieced together like 10 synchronicities talking to you guys, and like I've really just been telling my story, and I don't know, it's mind blowing to me, man.
Yeah. Hey, it's 11/11. Purpose and Grace just pointed that out.
Definitely. Man, I feel bad. I feel bad. I feel like I've just talked about myself.
You just hijacked my whole podcast.
That's what I was about to say, man. I feel like I just turned this into something all about.
I don't know what you think this is. You want me to just change the name to your name, or
this? Yeah.
I love it, man. Awesome.
I guess just titled this episode Josh's near death. What's the word?
Josh hijacks the show.
Yeah, regression, near death regression. Yeah. Damn. No, I appreciate it, man. This has really felt great, man. Even though I've mainly just been talking, and you guys have just been listening to me vent and stuff, man. I'm serious, man. It's like therapy. I'm not used to getting this stuff out to people, and
therapists around the world are going to find out that we're doing stuff like this and have us taken out. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't pay for it. Just get on a podcast, find your tribe. Yeah.
Find your tribe and just keep talking.
Yeah, definitely. Sonny, man, what's going through your head? Bro, you look like you're in some deep thoughts. I don't know if you're just like irritated, ready for me to shut up, or if you're like just so, like, what's going on?
All that stuff you've been explaining, I'm starting to feel aches and pains. I'm picturing you still going through that car wreck, man.
It's empathetic.
Oh man, yeah. I'm looking at it like I overcame that though now, man. Like even though I still hurt sometimes, man. Like whenever I've been talking to you guys, the whole thing I've been thinking to myself is like, damn, I got through all that, I'm trying to look at the positive in every situation now, man. That's all I can do, really. And it's all that. What's it? UFO Garage. What's up, Josh? You the man. Thank you for sharing. Love learning with y'all boys. Definitely, man. I need to grab my charger before my phone dies like it did last time I was on.
He needs to keep drawing. He said he wanted to be a tattoo artist. He needs to draw.
Absolutely.
He needs to draw those orbs, man. Especially if he can draw the one that he tells us about that was dripping metal. From Chris's description of it being that close dripping. That'd be an awesome drawing.
Yeah. Actually, I've had that image in my head because he's described that a couple times with the door frame dripping, and it's like, man, I kind of
cousin Luke. My cousin Luke is an artist, and he draws crazy stuff like that. I should look it up. He's probably got a site. And he started out drawing, and then he does custom paint jobs on cars, and now he does tattoos. Just like he said, he draws, but he wants to do tattoos.
Yeah. He's funny. He keeps walking past.
Oh, I can't. He does have a site. Holy hell. He's got pictures of cars in here and tattoos.
Oh yeah.
And his artwork. Yeah.
Hey Josh, Melissa was wanting to know how many parts to your story.
Oh my God, I don't even know. We're supposed to do everything in one episode. I don't know.
That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, I'll figure that out. I don't know. I guess we're just gonna. I don't know. It depends how much better.
You don't have to bring that up.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna show Josh if he wanted to see some of that artwork.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh shit! I feel so damn stupid. My phone charger is sitting right in front of me. If it cuts off, I'm gonna get right back.
That was funny though, walking past and you kept going.
Walking
I'll be right back.
Forth, man. It camouflaged, man. I'm not blaming it on that.
Here, Sonny, you're gonna have to take over for a minute because I gotta go take care of something.
All right, bring up that screen, then I'll show him some pictures.
I'll be right back.
All right. Hey, Josh, Can you see this? You can see it. Yeah, my screen and screen and screen.
Yeah, I feel
This
like it's
is,
in a trance already.
Yeah, this is Cool Hand Luke. This is the guy that does my tattoos. This is my cousin. Does artwork and tattoos. That's how I was telling Chad.
yeah.
If you could find a way to draw that orb the way Chris describes it to you with it dripping metal, man, that would be awesome.
Is
his
Ben
artwork.
is Ben on the podcast, man? Ben and Joe, UFO Garage still on there? Oh, I can't see the thing. They I think they've seen the material. I think it was Ben that maybe I shouldn't be saying that. It was Ben or Joe, one of those guys. I believe they saw a picture, the same picture that Chris showed me. Picture of the metamaterial, the dripping shit that you were just talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm
pretty.
sure to take this out of here with Chad being gone.
Wow.
Yeah, I can.
I got to get back into art, man. I've always just been off and on. I mean, I've still got the talent for it. I just don't practice it like I should.
You got to try to draw that picture, man. I bet you can still do it.
Of the metamaterial?
Well, that ball dripping the metamaterial, the way he describes it.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's because I want to see it so bad.
Yeah, I saw an actual picture of I hope I'm okay with saying this, or I hope I'm allowed to be saying this, but I saw a picture of the after effect, the metamaterial that came from that drip, the actual picture of it, and I want to say it was Ben or Joe. Ben or Joe saw it too because one of them
yeah, he just said he drew an illustration, but
had like hexagons in it and shit, and it just looks like some alien type shit that you would never imagine. Shake it.
Jesus. The chat just went crazy when I left. We got unidentified celebrity review in here. What's going on, dude? So
Oh, really? Oh, man. That's awesome.
yeah, I can't pull nothing up.
What is his name? Lou from Unidentified?
Yeah, Lewis. Yep, from UCR.
Yeah, is that Ben right there on UFO Garage?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he knows what I'm talking about. That's the metamaterial. That's as soon as I seen that picture, man, I was like, yeah, that's definitely not CGI or anything from this planet. Anything any human has made, it just. Hold on. I forgot you guys are on the West Coast, man. Or Chad is not, man. I'm over here on the East Coast. It's noon already.
Yeah, me and Big Willie are over here in Michigan.
8:19 right now.
Oh man. Yeah, it's 11:19 here. Yep. I'm not gonna post that, Melissa. That's hilarious, though.
Let me see.
Sonny wants to see the balls dripping.
That's right. I want to see balls dripping metal.
Oh man!
You show me some balls that drip. What do you call it? The metal material. Yeah, I'll be impressed.
Yeah. Yeah, that was that. I can't remember what podcast it was now. They're all flowing together, but we brought up that picture of the metamaterial piece, and then they were like, well, yeah, it looks pretty impressive. I mean, it looks pretty basic until you realize that it's like thinner than a piece of hair. And it's like a bunch of different layers smashed together.
Yes. Yeah,
Ryan tweeted a photo of the metamaterial he showed us, the one I drew. Pretty wild looking stuff. Oh, that's where I saw it, from Ryan's.
Yes. I want to see that photo now.
Let me see.
Oh, have y'all seen that? Ryan tweeted it. Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Like Melissa said, I want to see those hot dripping balls.
Oh my god, that's
Spooky's in here. Spooky's throwing up his gang signs again. He's doing the West Side.
Spooky.
That is too funny, man. I didn't know that.
Darkness and Into the Light. Is that our name? Is that the new name of the podcast? Out of the Darkness.
It's a long name, but I like it, man. Makes
Out
people
of
think.
the Darkness, Into the Light.
We should just be called the Grave, man.
God,
Just me in the middle. Just be called the Grave.
You can tell everyone's awake and up and at them. They've had their caffeine, huh? That's awesome. I love it.
Oh,
Hey, Chad, Sonny, I got so deep into all that near-death experience shit. Is there any major details I've told you guys I'm forgetting? Because whenever you walk up to your house and you know that you're forgetting something important and you're right almost every time. I've got that feeling like there's one big thing that I was supposed to mention about that I don't know, man. Maybe it's something I haven't figured out yet. Maybe it's something I'm going to figure out from you guys. I went to so much shit talking about all that, man. And I know I've already told you guys a lot about it. So, God, I'm sorry. Just it'll come to me. Let's just keep on talking. I know it's going to come to me, and whenever it does, I'm going to interrupt both of y'all's conversation and be like, "Yeah, that's it, man."
What he says? What sorry, ladies. I'm turning fap. Oh man, spooky.
These nuts.
That's why I can't remember it now, man. You got hot dripping balls on my mind, man. Metal balls.
It's not me. It's Dirty Melissa.
Yeah.
I said orb. She said balls.
It's Melissa's fault. Fab's going to have to be an actual moderator. That's going to be strange. We haven't seen that before.
Oh, wait. I do know something I need to tell you guys. It's not really to do with my near-death experience. Did I already mention this at the beginning of the podcast? I saw Orb last night listening to Chris's part 2 of his regression.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Was that orange?
Yes, yeah, it was orange. It was one of those orange stars that just is there for a few seconds and it slowly fades away. Yeah, that's right. Said that when we first got on the chat. I don't know if we were already live. I had to, if anybody's listening now that wasn't here, 3.5 hours ago. Damn, time goes by quick. I listened to part 2 of Chris Bledsoe's regression, man. It hit me so deep. Like when he started talking about the lady, like tearing about, tearing up about Earth and shit. And I'm not trying to be like an emotional.
Yeah, she was. That's the part, Chad, where I told you I had to wake up and shut it off. My whole body was vibrating. I woke up to that part. He said that she was weeping for us, and that's when I woke up.
Really?
Yeah, and my whole body was vibrating, and as I was turning it off, they were reading his regression where he was saying he felt like his soul was vibrating, and I was like, nope, that's too much. I was reaching for the speaker. It was up by my head.
Yeah, that's freaky, man.
Yeah. Dude, that's crazy. You said that, man. I felt that in static. I call it static, man. It feels like energy going through my body, man.
Yeah,
when he was talking about, I'm not a tree hugger or anything like that, man. Like I've hunted before plenty of times. I don't kill anything. I don't eat. But man, when he said that, because I really believe that lady is like you said, like the feminine side of a god, the universe, whatever, Mother Nature, whatever you want to call it. And he was sitting there saying that she was like tearing up because like the pain that I guess humanity's in and everything. I had to pause that regression, man, and just like let it soak in. And as soon as I paused it, man, I looked up over here up on back balcony. I always see it like around the same exact spot, and it was that orange orb again, man. It might be the same fucking one that I showed you on the recording earlier, man. It's like it was just there for a few seconds, just to, I don't know, maybe let me see, or show me that it's there or something. I don't know how to explain it, man. But yeah, man, that's deep, man. Anybody that wasn't listening earlier, definitely go listen to that. I think that was the best episode that he's had on the Bledsoe set, so to be honest, man.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I got through the whole thing, but it was rough. I was at work trying to keep it together, listening to it. And I sent it right to DJ, the guy, the dude I work with, who's actually in the chat right now.
Because
I was like, we need to listen to this.
Definitely. It hit me really deep because I hadn't even heard that until yesterday, or like a lot of that stuff I hadn't heard until it came from that podcast yesterday. But whenever I was just at Chris's house a couple weekends ago, I was telling him what I told you guys a couple weeks ago, how I feel like kind of like what Geraldine said on Spaced Out Radio, the feminine side of nature is what intuition, just kind of like nature, Mother Nature, because it's nurturing, like nurture nature. And then the masculine side would be us with free will, because we're causing change in the universe. We literally we send out these ripples that affect everything around us. We manifest, we create shit. When I hear like that we're made in God's image, I don't think that means that we're like we look like God or God looks like us. I think that means that we create our own universe, like God created the universe that we're in, or God is the universe. God created this matrix that we're in, and we're expanding upon that matrix, if that makes any sense. Like we're a piece, a fractal of the universe, experiencing the universe, and going through things like struggle and overcoming all this negative shit so that we can strengthen our soul, like how me and you were just saying that this world's like a training ground for our soul.
Yep.
I don't know, that's just why it hit me. I'm sorry I rambled on about that. I didn't get much sleep because
I've always thought that this is just like a training ground until we get to the next chapter. I've always had that feeling. I feel like I've even told my mom that, like, I just feel like this is just like a trial period until we get to the next step.
It makes sense, man. I think about like what if we had 100% of our brain, wouldn't we would just be like God, like how Scarlett Johansson was in that movie Lucy, just be, like I can never say it right, omnipotent. But if we had everything, if we were just like born and we could do anything we want, we just manifest anything we want, I feel like we wouldn't cherish it the way that we should, because you got to struggle and overcome things to really appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Yep. Totally understand
it's like,
that.
Yeah, it's like that cheesy ass saying, you don't know what you got till it's gone. It's cheesy as hell, but I mean, it's true, man.
True.
Struggle's nature's way of strengthening, man. And yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it makes me a little worried because I haven't struggled a whole lot, and I'm still here with you guys in this community. So I'm waiting for a car accident or something bad to happen.
Don't say that.
Don't say that. That shit hurts forever.
I know. It's just something I thought of. I'm like, man, all these people almost everyone I've talked to has had a near-death experience, and I haven't. So what's going on here?
Well, I don't think it has to be a near-death experience. I think it'd be any kind of trauma, like even losing a loved one, because whenever you lose somebody that you love, like a family member, that person becomes a part of you in a way, if you get what I'm saying. Right. It's like you appreciate that person more than you ever did. I don't mean to say it like that, but you carry that person with you for the rest of your life, and it's like you cherish all the things, you think about the things that you wish you would have done, with that person, and you build yourself up because of the memories that you have with that person. I'm getting really screwed in the brain talking about this. I said I only got like 2 hours of sleep last night, guys. But that just makes a lot of sense to me.
Fap says, imagine my powers if I could use 100% of my brain. This is what it would look like, Fap. If somebody with the brain your size could use all of it, it would look like that.
That's funny, man. I'm still so curious to know what that means.
Bobby said it's more than training, it's to learn, to advance our minds. Makes sense.
Definitely.
It's like school.
That's what. Yeah, I think this whole, not just the UFO phenomenon, but the phenomenon in general, like where you're talking about paranormal shit, I think it's all about alternate perception of reality, making us look at things different,
Yep. I can relate to that. Bobby says maybe you're not worth killing. She cracks me up. I like her humor.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's been 3.5 hours. I gotta get off of here.
Yeah.
Actually, we're running to town, and I'll be honest, man, I'm getting the sleep deprivation feeling right now because I didn't sleep much tonight. I'm starting to feel,
I hear you.
Feel like a little bit loony,
And also, my brain at 8 o'clock last night, so I hear you.
Yeah, definitely. I've been thinking about things that are way too deep with not enough sleep. I didn't mean to rhyme, but that's the truth, man.
No, you're fine, man.
I really appreciate this therapy session with you guys, man.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
Hey, man.
Let me know how much I owe you for it. You know,
You owe me
don't have-
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You owe us Sport Tuesday. That's what you owe us.
Yep.
I appreciate it. I'll see you guys later, man. I do gotta go take care of some things, but I
right,
really
Josh.
do mean really talking to you guys, man. It really hit some things deep with me that I'm gonna have to think about really hard later. Whenever
I appreciate you trusting us enough to talk to us about it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
man. It's
most
great
definitely.
having you on here.
Yeah, definitely, man. And I apologize for getting scramble brain and shit. That my brain has been going everywhere. Like seriously, you guys, just talking to you guys, even though you're just listening to me, Ben, it's been making me think about things in a different way. Just in these past few hours, I feel like this happened for a reason. I really appreciate it, man. And everybody who's in the chat.
We'll see you
You guys
Tuesday,
take
Josh.
care. All right.
Peace
Later,
out.
buddy. Well, that was crazy.
Well, that was awesome, man.
That was really
I
cool.
love when he goes on like that. I don't want to interrupt him at all. Sometimes I just let him keep going.
Yep.
That's some I
know how he feels too, though, because like you've got so much stuff going on in your head, and if you have ADHD, I feel like I have ADD because I don't have the hyperactive part. I just have the dumb part. But I know how he feels. Like you get so much stuff going on in your head, and you don't know what to say first.
Yeah, if he would have said go live that day or record him, I would have. That's why he's just he blew my mind that day.
Yeah. He blows my mind every time we talk. Especially when we talk about orbs and he's sending me videos of them. I'm like, huh.
Oh, when I seen the videos of what he was telling me, it was like I had already seen it. He was that vivid with his story.
Yeah.
It was a perfect description of what I had seen. I mean, what I had seen that he showed me. The videos he showed.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess we'll wrap it on up since it's been 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired.
Yep, me too. Go get some sleep, man.
Oh no, sun's up, I'm up. That's how that goes.
Yeah,
I'm sleeping after that.
We'll see how long the after party lasts today. Maybe we'll close her up pretty early. Hey, congratulations to all the wrenches in the chat. I had to make sure everybody that was here got a wrench because you guys were being pretty cool.
How come I don't see wrenches?
You have to. I've got like the actual YouTube chat pulled up too, and it shows them different colors. I thought the last time we were in here, it did change the colors of the people in StreamYard, but maybe not.
Oh.
So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as long as no one whacks me with a wrench.
Yep. That's why I made them all wrenches so that they can't take us out.
How cool was it when Bob fucking whacked you with the wrench last night?
Oh my god, dude! If anybody caught that,
that was so funny.
I was a little embarrassed. I'm like, damn it, I can't block him.
I noticed he hadn't done it yet, so I was like, "Get him, Bob!" You were gone.
Yeah, I was gone, and then I got on my other account, and I'm like, I don't even remember what I said when I came back in there.
Oh, my camera went out of focus. Oh, it's the mic.
Hey, thanks, dude. I learned from you. I learned from you and Dave Scott. You guys both do a really good job with live streams. So, all right. Well, thanks a lot for hanging out, and make sure you check us out on Friday on the Paranormal Chop Shop.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna have
Brigitte's gonna be back on talking about the blood moon, and we'll also have Liv is coming on, and she's gonna be talking about her trip to Zach Baggins Museum. That's like a mansion. It's supposed to be like one of the most haunted places in the United States. And after dark, they lock her in there for like an hour and a half, and all she gets is a flashlight and a spirit box. So I know her, and I know she was scared, and I haven't even heard the story yet. She almost tells it to me, and then I keep stopping her because I want to hear it tomorrow. But
Yeah.
so I know she's scared. She's really pretty. She's a model. You guys tune in. It's worth watching.
Yep. This is the channel. Make sure you hit subscribe and check us out on Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And was that 6 over there by you?
6
p.m. California time.
6 p.m. PST or PDT, whatever one you want to call it.
Thanks, Ben. We'll see you Tuesday or Friday. There's so many podcasts going on.
Yep.
All right. We'll see you guys. I'm going to end this bitch.
Okay.
We'll talk to you
guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you Friday.
See you guys later.